Hey guys, it's Jovi and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. How are you all doing today? Hope you're having a great Monday. Etc, etc, etc. Before we begin, please don't forget to like this video. Like it now because you may forget to like it later. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm Jovi Beauty. I'm Jovi Beauty on all platforms. So please follow, please subscribe. Subscribe to your Facebook and all of that, my Facebook and all of that good stuff as well. I'm Jovi Beauty over there. Also, my email address is jovibeauty@gmail.com in case you have some news information you want to send me or some sponsorship deals or opportunities you would like to forward my way. My contact information is jovibeauty@gmail.com. Now, I'm going to drop this intro so we can get on with today's show because it just quickly evolved. Today might be a long show. Are y'all ready? Because it went from why these men affairs ain't got no wives to like, these niggas is just as bad as these supremacists. But before we do that, let me drop this intro and go get me something to drink. I'll be right back. I had some leftover juice from Friday. I started drinking. So, alright guys, let me pull this shit up. Even though I wasn't really here this weekend, did we come on Saturday? I don't remember. I have been active all weekend. We've been talking in the group chats. And a lot of things have been coming out, even more about Kevin Samuels. Hold on. But I want to make, this is even bigger than Kevin Samuels, okay? Because it's bigger than him as a man, right? Because the way I see it, he just took advantage of, easily taken advantage of community of men. And, or a group of men that are already dysfunctional, right? This is the way I see it. He just put his little 2 cents in and was able to manipulate it and get $1 out of them because... So, first I want to pull up this little article. This article is from 2020, but before I pull up the article, I do want to pull up this thing from... Is CBS News? So I really can't. Okay, so I can't necessarily play it, but I'm gonna play where you can see what they're talking about. Okay, I can't play the audio. We already know I can't play the audio. Like. Goodness gracious. We already know I can't play the audio, so I'm going to mute the audio. But I want to play this just so we have a baseline. This is a month ago. Okay? We all know what happened in Buffalo. We're going to talk about that as well. But we're just going to... It was a whole bunch of grandmas. Can we just start with that? A bunch of grandmas. But these niggas don't care. These black man affairs, they don't give a shit. Let's continue. Let me share this daggone screen. All right, here we go. Okay. So this is a report by, hold on. Oops, sorry. It's a report on, it's on YouTube. So again, and it's it's on CBS News, and the report is by the Secret Service, okay, of America. They know it's the Secret Service, but I needed to just say that. The report is by the Secret Service. Do y'all see what it says? It says, hold on, let me move this over here. It says, the federal government on Tuesday, this is a month ago, let me go down so y'all can see the date. March 16th, okay? That was 2 months ago. My bad. 2 months ago. Okay. March 16th to the day. 2 months ago. You know what? It's been a lot of synchronicities going around. Have y'all noticed that? The other day I made a video. I reposted a video about Kevin Samuels a year on the dot to the day of him having a situation with Umar Johnson and when he passed. It was a year to the dot. Talk about the universe working. All right, so this is 2 months to the dot today. All right. The federal government on Tuesday released a study on a growing terrorism threat from men who call themselves anti-feminists or involuntary celibates, incels. The draw motivation for violence from their inability for violence from their inability to develop relationships with women. Okay, listen, people, we are not. I've been saying this forever. We are meant to be together, men, women. Hold on. I think I changed the banner. Men, women, we are meant to be together. And these niggas, okay, good. And this incel shit is mind-boggling. Did y'all hear that R. Kelly and the subway shooter here in Brooklyn are BFFs over in Brooklyn? Not over in, because this is Brooklyn. Down the block in Brooklyn Federal Prison. Did y'all hear about that? Bromance. Did y'all hear about that bromance? Okay, I just wanted to let y'all know if y'all didn't hear about it. Anyway, well, let me go back. So it said the federal, okay, let's continue. Again, I can't turn the volume on because CBS will hit us hard. But we're going to let this shit play out because it's going to show more of what they're saying. Hold on. So the woman is talking about it. I want to be able to read what she says. Hold on. Let's try to play a little bit. Just her talking. All right, let's go. A little bit.
Seeing similar social awkwardness, mental illness, or overall disenfranchisement. But as the incel movement expanded, its membership really evolved into something a lot darker. And by 2000, young heterosexual men exhibiting more aggressive views towards women overtook this conversation. Today, there's a manosphere of groups like men's rights activists and men going their own way. One example, Elaine, this week, a disturbing TikTok trend has boys and men joking about killing their romantic dates. We found dozens of eerie videos set to pop music, some on accounts with tens of thousands of dedicated views. I should note that CBS News has reached out to TikTok for more information.
Wow. I didn't even mean to click it on that specific spot. You see the synchronicities? It's working for us. Okay, listen. Let me click off this. I got an article from 2020. Okay? In the Irish motherfucking newspaper. The Irish! Listen, these men, no wonder they're out here trying to take away birth control. Because when they took this abortion right shit, birth control is wrapped up in that if you didn't know. No wonder they're out here doing all of this shit. The hate is real. The real question is, listen, I started to say, why don't these men have wives? And a little kiki, a little foo-foo, a little lesson, right? But really, it especially over the weekend, it seemed so worthy of a bigger conversation, right? Worthy of a bigger conversation. Because look. It's just because I was thinking this morning, I was watching CNN, and they was talking about, it was another situation in California, right? We know what that is. But they was talking about the situation up in Buffalo, and I'm looking, and like majority of the people who passed were 70 plus, like 70 plus. The other half of that was like 55 and older, right? It was like 55 and older. There was one person that was like 35. And I was just thinking, I'm like, yo, this is the elderly people in our community. And then they had a woman. She was like apparently best friends and like church Mother Doyle. Okay, she made sure CBS put mother up there. You know how it is, black church. Anyway, so Mother Doyle, I believe it was Doyle. Okay, Mother Doyle was up on CBS this morning. You know, she had her granddaughter come over, make sure she looked put together, you know, fix her little rap, fix her little shit. Mother Doyle was looking together. But Mother Doyle needed to know at 18 years old, again, at 30 years old, for a lot of these little niggas out here, what's with the hate of the women? When it's only two sexes in this goddamn world. I could at least tolerate if it was like a good 5 or 6 sexes that at least understand. It was like, okay, well, we don't like one of them. But like, it's only 2 sexes in this world. What is with the women hate? And it doesn't, it's not lost on me that, okay, this isn't just black people. And with white people, it's, you know, they add on their racism. But even with these black men, it's also racism as well, because we have the Fresh and Fits of the world. We have the Samuel-esque of the world. We have all of these people of the world who hate their own women, right? And exalt these other ones. It's like, I hate when people say that. Normally it's like an attack on a black woman, but Jesus Christ. Because who the hell was that going to be at a supermarket in the afternoon on a motherfucking Saturday but a bunch of old black women? Let me pull up this article. I don't have to wear these right now. I don't know, y'all. I wanted to talk about it. Here we go. Child, the Irish Times. You know it's bad when the Irish Times is talking about the shit. The decline of men, the decline of the family, the decline of everything, to the point where this shit is happening. It just blows my mind. But let's continue. Hold on. Okay. Let me make sure y'all can see. All right. The rise of toxic male separatist movement who hates women. Just look at that fucking title. This is from August 2020. This is the Irish fucking Times. You know, any of this shit is going to be 3 times, 4 times, 5 times worse in our community. This is the Irish fucking Times. This is Irish as white can be. Okay, they're redheaded. Okay, they're like Russians. Well, they're blonde. You know what I mean. The male of toxic male separatist movement who hate women. The idea began on the fringe of the internet. So how has it made its way to the White House? To the fucking White House. There has been an awakening, changing the world, one man at a time. These are the dramatic, one man at a time? That shouldn't even sound stupid as hell. These are the dramatic words that appear when you visit MGTOW.com in a video that looks a lot like an action movie thriller. Because men like action movies. Like, it's the manipulation of it all. I think that's how I got. Let me. I'm having a moment. I'm having a thought. I think that's how I got from Kevin Samuels and these men not having wives to this shit. Because it's the manipulation of it all. We were talking about this weekend. We was all in the group chat. I don't want to blow up who was in the group chat. But we was talking about, you know, they were looking at different things and talking about things that are now coming out about Kevin Samuels. Videos of him, you know, peddling, trying to be in front of Bloomingdale's, trying to get clients, and DJ Envy talking about it. Things that like these men were just completely missing, right? Basically the theme of the group chat, I'm gonna say, this weekend was more like, well, how did these men miss this shit? Like, yeah, we as women, we saw it, we paid attention, we had our first instincts. A lot of us, we had our first instincts, and we stuck with that, and we said, you know what, nah, just something just ain't right about this shit. But the delusion of it all, like Jada has said previously last week, the suits, the old suits, the PPP loans that bought certain things, you know, the fugazi the fugazi bullshit, ridiculous, same fucking talking points, right? The not living in the whole truth that they were promoting. The not living in the fucking truth that they were fucking promoting. Men in general, any race, just seem to be extremely easily manipulated. Well, we know this as women, because I say all the time, men are easy. Men are easy and they're stupid. But maybe they're a little bit too stupid. Are they a little bit too stupid? Maybe they're just a little bit too stupid, or maybe we need to start manipulating them a little bit more, because they're really easily manipulated. Look what happens when they're left to their own fucking devices. The whites are trying to kill all the blacks. The black men are angry at the black women for existing. Like, let's pull this up. Okay. Video that looks like an action movie trailer. The words are soon followed by 3 more that appear to smash through the screen, smoldering fiery red, men going their own way. If you stumbled across this website, you have never heard of men going their own way before. You would probably assume this was a tiny extreme movement, but you would only be half right. The views of MGTOW are indeed unorthodox, even within the sprawling web of groups, lifestyles, and cults known as the Manosphere, where women haters mobilize against a supposed female conspiracy child, while incels plot violent revenge on women, and pickup artists deploy predatory tactics to gain women into having sex with them, and men of the MGTOW movement attempt to eschew relationships with women altogether. They are literally going their own way, far, far away from any women at all. So just say you're gay. Jesus Christ. If there are no women, then you're men. And men alone do nasty things. Just say that. I'm fucking over it. Easily manipulated. Completely easily manipulated. No wonder they have these little stupid ass. This is why I said, even with the passing of Kevin Samuels, this shit is going to affect our children for years to come. Because kids are easily manipulated. And if just think about it. These 30 and 40-year-old, 50-year-old idiots wanting to take no accountability for the bullshit that they have done, and the system that they have created, the shit that they have created. Right? No accountability for it, to the point where they're out here wanting to plot and attack women. Like I said, it seems like even in these I thought I heard something. Even in these mass shootings, like, it's always directed to a group of people, to a situation where there will primarily be old black women, churches, supermarkets supermarkets. Let's continue. The views of MGTOW. Okay, I read that. Although some MGTOW maintain platonic relationship with women and others have one-night stands or visit sex workers, many prefer to abstain from sex, a process refers as to going monk. This is too much for some members of a wider manosphere. The blog, they're going monk, bro. They freaking keeping themselves from women in what? Why fat girls don't deserve the blogger notorious for posts such as why fat girls don't deserve to be loved and the necessity of domestic violence, wrote that men going their own way is no way for men to go, and mock MGTOW as a cult of lonely virgins. Jesus Christ. They even arguing amongst each other. But this is an obscure internet cul-de-sac. MGTOW.com, along with almost 33,000 members and forums for men only, contain conversations on more than 50,000 tips and more than what? On how to divorce cheaply. Stories on how women have found ways of murdering their husbands. Oh my Lord. They said even Jesus Christ was a MGTOW. Oh my Lord. He said, what? Over on YouTube, one of the best known MGTOW vloggers who goes by the name of Sandman, I don't know, I don't watch MGTOW, so has ranked up 90 million views for videos with titles ranging from smart men don't get married to criticize her and she will destroy your career. Women are essentially portrayed as parasites. Women are essentially portrayed as parasites, riding on the coattails of men, y'all, who have throughout history been responsible for far greater miracles of science discovery and human endeavors by shaking women off. It explained men will be free to pursue even higher achievements. Listen, this should sound crazy. Higher achievements. Men only do things to impress women to begin with. These niggas is delusional. This is why they don't have anything. Because they're trying to say, listen to this dumb shit. Their philosophy says, okay, that we're parasites, and when they're not around us, they could do great things. They don't do shit, and they wouldn't do shit if a woman didn't make them. I am fucking damn near certain that if women stop boinking these niggas, they talk so much shit. If women really, half of these men couldn't even get punanis. That's why they're angry. And women don't want to struggle with them. That's another reason why they fucking angry. Because they don't have anything. The problem is, if they had something, if they were able to achieve all of these things, what the fuck have they achieved? I'm just curious. What the fuck have they actually really achieved? I'm so confused. My girlfriend is pregnant. What do I do? Whatever you do now, invite her into the hot tub with champagne to celebrate. This can cause a miscarriage and she could lose the baby. Repeat, you could not under any circumstances do that as quickly as possible. So they out here telling people how to induce miscarriages. Jesus Christ. That's why the feds is coming for them. That's why the feds are coming for them. That's why the feds aren't letting go Nature Boy. That's why y'all want to talk shit. Yeah. That's why the feds and karma is coming for them. That's why Kevin Samuel is not here no more. That's why a lot of this shit is happening. This shit is crazy. Okay, it's just as crazy as these Caucasians and their crazy bullshit. It might be even worse because these people are close to us. They are a lot of people's dads. They are not my dad, but they're a lot of people's dads. They're a lot of people's brothers. They're a lot of people's freaking husbands. They're your man and you don't even know it. Can you imagine people out here on Reddit chat boards giving out opinions on how to cause a miscarriage instead of being a man and maybe stand up and marry and, create a family with the woman that you've actively been dating and decided to end? I'm confused. I'm so fucking confused. Hey guys, let's get into this chat because I am over it. Hey Couture, how are you, girl? Let's get these likes up. Hey LaRon. Hey everyone, shout out to everyone in the chat, in the bushes. Go shout out to everybody in the bushes. Please don't forget to like this video. Like it now. Do not forget to, because you might forget to like it later. She said, Nicole said they all the same. Yeah, like literally. I was just sitting here like, okay, it was going to be a little, why these niggas can't get no wives? I was going to go into that really and just talk about the non-accountability. Like, it's the same thing, even with these white people. It's the non-accountability. like in who they are. It's just the non-accountability. It's like not wanting to deal with reality and not wanting to be accountable for your bad fucking bullshit decisions. Like they're dying out. They're mad because they're dying out, white people, but like you created and put in a bunch of laws, right? They made a bunch of laws to try to erase us. But the thing is, no fucked up healthcare, no universal healthcare, shit like that could make them actually live, right? They could make them actually live. They will take that shit away, trying to spite us because they don't want us to have it. But the reality is that it's really affecting them, because what cities and towns and fucking states is suffering? It's the one with the goddamn Republicans in it. Like, want to be mad at us when you're the reason why you're dying out? It's not. We didn't do anything for you to die out. Your racism. Just like these black men, they can't get ahead because of their bullshit and not being accountable for their shit. Like, you a fucked up motherfucker, and then you expect, it's like a messed up man, but he expect, because he's a man, to have a decent woman. That's not how that work. You're going to attract trash because you're trash. And then you want to make that about everybody else. No, that's your karma. You got what you deserve. These people dying out, that's like, maybe that's their karma for what the fuck they did a couple 100 years ago. I don't know. But killing a bunch of old church ladies ain't gonna fucking do anything. Hey, Deja. Hey, Pink Dot. Pink Dot said karma is a black woman. I think God is a black woman too, all of that. Because it's gotten too far. It has gotten so, and it's just like, it's so much. Like, again, we were talking on the group chat, and it's just like, it's so many things. And again, I don't even want to talk about Kevin Samuels, because it's like, it's so many, but the point is, it was like, it's so many things. And it's like, how did you miss it? And it was like, they didn't miss it. They chose not to see it. It's like you choose to be unaware, right? You chose to just be angry at us because it's easier to be angry at us women than to deal with you're fucked up. Talk about women, modern women aren't the women that they used to be. Modern men are trash. Modern men used to have wives. Modern men would married women. Let me not say modern men. Old school men got married. Old school black men prioritized black women and black families. Old school black men didn't throw black women under the bus. They married them. They worked. They built a household and family and shit. They did that. These new little niggas wanting to be like white people, I think. I don't know. Or the white man. I don't know. Maybe. And following along in this incel bullshit. She said, yes, I just noticed those kind of things. Hold on. Like, it's just, it's gotten really sad. And it's like the feds are talking about it. The feds are talking about it. They're raiding people. They're raiding people. They want to talk about, and shit, let's even talk about this. They want to talk about the little Hispanic girl who was with Kevin Samuels that night. But shit, why would you, if somebody was going to take them out, it would, based off what the feds are saying, based off of all these arrests, based off the guy who was in the subway shooting up the place who was a Kevin Samuel-esque, what does that say about you and your content? And the people that follow you? And the consequences of your content. These niggas should be getting a RICO charge. They talking about these freaking, they talking about these little gang members. Fuck these gang members. These men out here, okay, who are following behind this dumb shit and promoting this dumb shit, are destroying the black family, destroying homes, and destroying these other black men who don't realize it's bullshit and game. They got these fucking old niggas. Look, we got the subway shooter. He was what, like 60? We got fucking Kevin Samuels, old ass. We got these men who did nothing with their lives. Okay, people talking about before he was on YouTube, before he was outside trying to Bloomingdale's, trying to be image consultant, hanging out cards. They wanted to kick him out. They was trying to block him from coming in Macy's and these different stores, getting fucking samples and shit. Deal with the reality of you were trash with your life. Like that subway shooter guy who did nothing with his life. But instead of dealing with the fact that he did nothing with his life, he wanted to blame the woman. It's his mama's fault. It's his sister's fault. It's the baby mama. It's everybody's fault that he did nothing with his life. Kevin Samuels, whose fault is that he did nothing with his life? That he did nothing with his life and want to play this fantastical fucking image that his Pisces mind created for him. And instead of taking account, and then they feeding this shit into these young motherfuckers. I feel bad. Let me say this. I was thinking this shit too this weekend. I'm just like, I feel bad for these little girls growing up in this generation. This shit gotta suck. You really gotta be on some bullshit. Because even in my generation, it just looks bad now. Even in my generation, there's fuckboys. There's always been fuckboys, right? But there was still a good amount of decent boys. Decent, when I was young, they were boys, I was a girl, Decent boys or young men who are out here. Now, with the rise of social media, the rise of these incels and no accountability ass bullshit, they are poisoning the minds of these young men from before they even hit puberty. Before they even fucking hit puberty. I grew up in a time, shit. She said Nature Boy got locked a year to the day. His cult of pride for that fraudulent PPP loan. It is not lost on me. I saw somebody said they wrote down the synchronicities they saw for a month and they were just blown. Like, I believe in that. I'm gonna see if I could do that. But I believe that. It was not lost on me when I edited that video to repost it. I was like, oh my God, it's a year to the day. And I've been starting to pay even more attention. It's like, that's God. Let me say that. That's God. That ain't human. That ain't no white man up in. They don't even believe in shit like that. That's God for that ass. That's that black woman up in heaven that got tired of the bullshit. She said TikTok ain't answering. The TikTok, she's hopefully said the Manosphere is birthing these dudes. They don't like white men oppressing them, but yet they follow their rules to the T. They want to be white men. They're either they have homoerotic tendencies and they don't want to deal with that. Right? I feel like a lot of people have, because it's like you're moving away from women to do what? To do what? To do what? To be like the article says, or like we saw Kevin Samuels did, die on a prostitute, allegedly. To do what? Because, half the time, these niggas, by the time they 40, they need to take a nap every other day. If they're working. But half of these niggas don't be working, so. But to do what? To create an even worse family situation than they came from? That's my point. To do what? To be out here murdering women? The mothers of their children, like the guy 3 months ago, that did it, that streamed it? Let's not act like this little white boy running into the supermarket, the first motherfucker that streamed the murder this year. The black man did it when he killed his two non-black ex-wife and mother and pregnant girlfriend or ex-girlfriend, whatever. Streaming this shit like it's a motherfucking Call of Duty video game. To do what? Go their own way to do what? To yak off in groups like I follow some weird shit. To yak off in groups, talk about bromance, lovemance. Like what? To do what? To do what? This is the DL nigga gone ballistic. Because all of the DL motherfuckers that still ain't living their truth. So, here we go. She said there was one yesterday at a church. I saw it. Hold on. To do what? Like, I just saw somebody ask if I ask the same question of women. I do, but we're not here saying we don't, especially women on my channel aren't here saying we hate men. We don't hate men. We believe in marriage and family and all that good shit. We're questioning what the fuck do y'all believe in anymore? This is the result, also the result of teen motherhood and just acting like it's okay for the bullshit. No family, no fathers. These are three generations of niggas who ain't have no daddy. These are 2, 3, 4 generations of people who have no daddy. It is tragic. But it's not no better for us because a lot of us were raised to be fucking mules. Is that the thunder? Oh. A lot of us were raised to be fucking backbreaking mules. That just deals and deals and deals. Half of these niggas out here damn sure don't know how to be a husband, but half of us women out here don't know how to be wives either. I was having a conversation with my brother, y'all. One of them who's a little saucy, you know, because I got brothers all ranging, you know, doctors to drug dealers, you know, they're crazy. Anyway, we was talking yesterday, and he was telling me about, he was asking me about, he be in the chat sometimes. Y'all will never know who he is. The mods know not to block him, but yeah, the rest of y'all won't never know who he is. So he was in the chat the other day, one of the Kevin Samuels days, and he don't know who the fuck Kevin Samuels is. He knows who Kevin Samuels is because of my chat, because of the last week, okay? He didn't know who the fuck that was, but he was, you know, started asking me a bunch of questions, and then we started talking about just how people were raised. That's why I say a lot of the times we act like, you know, oh, it's cool, you know, you're not having a dad in the house, or, you know, being a single mother and promoting that shit. And it's just like we were just talking, and it's just like the way we're raised is just different. Even though he be in these streets, you know what I'm saying? The way we're raised and the things that we are expecting of ourselves to do is not necessarily in line with certain other people, right? That's why I said I could never date a fuckboy, because it wouldn't happen, right? So like he tells me about these situations, and a lot of times I'll be like, but how do you think this is gonna, y'all ain't even raised the same. Like, you arguing points with this girl that she don't even comprehend. You know what I'm saying? It's like she can't, like it's like it's not even on the same freaking like level. Like, we all need to get on the fucking same level. We need to get our shit together. We need to get on the same fucking level. These freaking men are doing themselves a disservice. To the point where you even got some of these women out here, I don't want to call no names, you know, talking about you should, like, abort your fucking black babies. Like, where the fuck? Kill black women, abort the black babies. where the fuck are black people going? With no black dick, with no black honey, there's no black people. Y'all the same ones that'll turn around and say a person who has any other parent but a black parent ain't black. So according to you, after one generation, ain't no more black people in this world. You done helped all the white people, done wipe us all out. So does that mean that the manosphere is white supremacy? I just put that together right now, just sitting here with y'all. Because if you really think about it, oh, don't kill don't have no black children. Don't have no black children. Let's kill all the black children. The woman's fear, or whatever the fuck they call themselves. Don't have no black boy children. Don't have no black boy children. After a generation, if people was to do this, after a generation, there will be no more black people in this world. Or the definition of black will certainly change. It's like, yeah, it come from, it's just like you took you again, black men adopting these white men philosophies, the same shit that I say all the time. I don't believe in feminism. We know I don't believe in feminism at all, and I don't believe that we were supposed to adopt that shit at all. Just like these niggers were never supposed to adopt these white men issues. Because guess what? These white men talking all this shit. They still gonna fucking make sure that their race, okay? That their race progresses. They're still gonna make sure that their race and their people progresses. They tell you say all that shit, and it's just like a celebrity who tell you, like I used to say all the time, Neo talk about Miss Independent and all of that dumb shit, while none of his bitches ever worked. If they did, they work for shits and giggles and fun. They did a hobby like I do. And they knocking it because, that's how I think women should live. I'm not knocking Neo for what he did because I think a man who's able to provide should take care of his women so she could be there to be his wife. How about we don't talk about that? These niggas talk about women aren't women and they're not wife material. They can't be wives no more because we got to be outside working. Got to be outside working. 2-3 jobs a lot of the times. A lot of times women can't do it just 1-2 jobs. Not being able to be there to actually raise their children. Not being there to actually be wives because they would like to be, but they don't have time to be because they gotta they gotta be the man and the woman. Fucking sucks. And you got these dumbass incels. These niggas. I'ma just say I'ma just sit here and go, That's all I got for you right now. Come on. Let me sing. Hey, Shawnee. How are you, girl? Hey, Tia. Tia said hit that like button, y'all. Please don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow me on my other social media platforms. I'm Jovi Beauty on all platforms. Please don't forget to follow, subscribe, all that good shit. Again, if you have information for me regarding a story, you can send it to me via social media, or you can also email it to me at jovibeauty@gmail.com. jovibeauty@gmail.com. Also, if you have sponsorship opportunities or anything like that you would like to discuss, you can also email me there as well. Okay. All right, ladies. Let's go. N mode says I'm gonna drop this in. I'm gonna drop the link so if anybody want to come up, they could come up for a bit. I went on a long walk today, y'all. This morning, my legs are tired. I'm a little sweaty. Anyway, let's go. She said, and Mode said, the hate is basically because those tight brains have not evolved beyond prehistoric cavemen, and they mad they can't just walk up to any woman they want anymore and drag them off into the cave. I don't think so. I'm being serious. I don't think so. I don't even think these, and I'm not even gonna put that on cavemen. These niggas ain't cavemen because cavemen took care of shit. And especially in those times, to have a woman, this is the point. They wish they need to be more like cavemen, maybe. It wasn't just it wasn't a knock a bitch over the head and drag her. You had to be a provider, a hunter, and we gathered. This has been on for millions of years. A hunter and we gather. These niggas don't want to hunt no more. And they wonder why we're not falling sexy like into their fucking arms. I'm not falling sexy like into your arms if I had to go fucking chase down the damn mammoth myself. That's the point. If there were cavemen, if they were more cavemen-esque, maybe these women wouldn't have to be out here busting their ass and working 24 hours a day, have lost respect for them. Because you've allowed your woman to be in here having to bust her ass. You didn't learn nothing. They should have learned something from their mothers. Their mothers were fucking suffering because they didn't have no fucking daddy. And instead of them learning from that, all they did was fucking continue to cycle. And now we're 3 generations into a bunch of trash ass niggas who don't know how to hunt. They want to stay home and gather. They want to be gatherers, but then still be called men. That's the problem. And then they want to be, and instead of gathering, they want to go ahead and be violent. Instead of saying, oh, let me go hunt, get a job, provide, be able to afford them. Let's be real, rent is high, but I know my man got an apartment by himself. I know a bunch of men who have an apartment by themselves. These men out here aren't doing it. And instead of dealing just like these white people out here, just like these Caucasians out here, who don't put in no effort and just suspect because they're white, who created a system in their states where, okay, they can't even go to school. They're so busy fighting Pell and fighting this and being Republican and fighting shit because they don't want niggers to get shit, that they're fucking cutting their own noses off to spite their own faces. And then they want to blame us for it. Because most of us happen to live in states where we're getting some sort of something helping us. It's the same thing. These men, if they were more cavemen-y, if they were more out here, let me beat my chest, let me make this meat, let me take care of home, let me take care of things, I could at least understand some of these women falling into their arms. Hello, LaRue.
What's going on, sis? How are you and how is everybody in the chat?
I'm good.
Oh my goodness. Sis, I just heard of this term last Monday. I didn't bother to look it up or anything. I
Which
just
one?
heard this term.
Incel?
MGTOW. No, the MGTOW.
MGTOW.
Okay, so this guy said it to me. We were talking about different stuff, and he said it to me. And he was like, like the MGTOW man, and that. I was like, MGTOW. I was like, what is that? I was like, is that MGT something that I be seeing in your chat? He said, yeah. So I'm like, well, what is that? What does it mean? So he said it stood for men going their own way. You've already mentioned it. But then I thought it was funny because when I did, again, I didn't look it up exactly. I put it in a Google search so that I could be able to remember to pull it up later. You know what I'm saying? Like it'll show like your recent Google searches. So nonetheless, I seen that some of the people were saying that they were males getting triggered over women. And that's what another way to say MGTOW. Okay. So males getting triggered over women. And while you were talking, I was like, so they just don't want to deal with women at all? So they're like anti-feminists. They are completely separatists.
Yes.
Yeah, they're anti or anti-feminine.
They want to go off
because they don't even want women that are feminine, right?
No, so, they don't want them at all. They don't want them at all. That's my point.
Anti-women. So yes. Does that mean they only get with men?
No, they according to what we read, according to what I know, they're celibate by choice. They're celibate by choice. They mess with sex workers.
They mess with
or they date women to fuck them up. They date women. They fake date women. the fuck boys. Or fuck
That's
boys
what it
on
sounds like.
10. Because a lot of fuck boys don't recognize that they're fuck boys, you know? They just think no, but these are fuck boys on 10 who recognize their fuck boy, who recognize what they're doing, and then no, they're not going to be in there, but they're going to take advantage of a girl. Right? Not, oh, well, we could have been, but, you know, regular fuckboy shit. Oh, she ain't gonna. No, these niggas know from jump. If they even getting into it with a girl, it's, I'm going to get what I need and toss her in the door.
But
That's
then I
them.
guess they're not really celibate because they're first of all, celibacy means you're not doing anything at all. So
No, well,
abstinence.
there's some who are celibate. It's like I would say, there's different
That means they
types.
virgins though. Celibacy is
There's
virgin.
Well,
So they're abstaining.
some of them say that they're re-virginized. Some, I think they just virgin, child. Um,
What?
some of them mess with sex workers like KS, and some of them talk about they just gas up women. That's why I said they don't even they it's just a uniformed anger at women, not feminist women, or just women in general, right? It's not, oh, those extra, no, it's just women in general, and all of them, regardless if they call themselves Manosphere, MGTOW, Red Pill, I don't know what a blue pill is, I'm trying to figure that one out. No matter what they call themselves, they're all basically under the same umbrella. It's like being a Baptist or a Protestant.
Yeah,
They
because it
all
seems like
Christian.
all of them are still complaining about women, about being married, and about child support.
Hold
All
on.
that.
Jovi, I got your back. I see you there, and I'm gonna click on you in a moment. Go ahead, Jada.
Oh, you can bring her up. I was just thinking, like, man, all I just keep hearing is a bunch of groups that still sound like they're mad at everybody.
A
Or
bunch
at least
of
all of the women, okay? Because it ends up being about either sex that they ain't getting, about the type of women they getting,
yeah.
ending up
I
divorced
I
and
think a
having to
lot
pay
of them.
child support or child support.
I've also feel like a lot of them, like they want. It's like like I say a lot of the times. You know your no. Put, like I tell women a lot of time, put effort into yourself, know where you belong, right? If you don't do nothing with
Hmm.
yourself, you get a trash ass nigga. It's like these men want women who are above what they are willing to do. Like I was
Yeah,
talking before about caveman. The best caveman get the best woman.
Mm.
that's right.
The dude who don't do nothing with his life, even back in those times, he couldn't hunt, he couldn't survive. So the nigga who
Oh,
couldn't survive can't have kids. He can't have the pretty woman. He can't have the woman who
wait,
gathers
unless
the
he was
most.
white.
Mm.
Wait, caveman white people were different because the women competed with the men. You know me, I love history. White
Right.
women competed with the men when
But
they were
that, again, this is
cavemen.
white people problems that they bringing over into our culture. Go ahead, hold on, Jada.
Slim
Jovi,
Reaper.
I got your back. How you doing, boo?
You know I'm going to the beauty school. I'm just dropping off mail. You know how I do
Yes.
it. I'm a man, and so let me say this. I understand from a male perspective is
I'm not. Hold on. We got somebody else in the chat. I don't click on y'all. I don't engage with men who try to argue women's value. So
no. That's
leave.
not what I'm doing.
No, I'm not talking to you. I'm
Oh,
talking about somebody else that's
Come on,
waiting
other
to
guy.
get on.
oh, okay. Oh, sorry. What I was gonna say is this. Well, it comes down to when it comes to these incels, these red pill men. Like I told you last time when I talked to you,
Mm-hmm.
men are emotionally fragile. Like I said, they can't handle rejection.
Yeah.
We take rejection and heartbreak harder than women can ever take it. That's why if you notice, if you're a fan of Investigation Discovery Channel, and you know
Mm-hmm.
they have them fatal vow shows and stuff like that, where when the relationship goes wrong, the man end up killing the woman.
Yeah.
It's because
They can't deal with it.
the heartbreak be so bad that they snap. Rarely a woman snaps like that, but a man snaps like that all the time because he's not used to being
Hurt.
denied their hurt. And
Yeah.
so they take that hurt instead of allowing themselves to be done like that again. They just like, okay, I'm gonna have a FU mentality towards women. And so what it comes down to me, big picture comes down to there's a mistrust in the African American community between men and women as far as dating, marriage, and what each person wants in the situation.
Mm-hmm.
That's why dating is less and less today than it was back then. Because think about it, from a man's perspective, if he take a woman out on a date and he treat her a good time, pay for everything, blah blah blah, she still might not even like her. She might not even like the moment that she saw her, but she still ate that meal because at the end of the day, hey, she here, she gonna eat something that she knows she ain't want to pay for on her own. But on a man, on a woman's perspective, a woman look at a man like, dang, this man might be doing all this nice stuff because he just want to sleep with me, and once he sleep with me, now he bored with me, he want to throw me away. And so it's that mistrust that's in the black community that need to be the gap need to be lesser so we could both have a successful and healthy relationship. I think that's the
Yeah.
big picture.
Yeah, I agree. I can
Yeah.
agree with you on that one.
I
And
think
that's
that
why I tend to say that I don't feel like other people feel that Kevin Samuels was building the black family.
No, he wasn't. I'm sick
I
when
didn't
they
feel
say that
that from
shit.
him.
It's so disturbing, and like it's like you're not dealing with the reality of the bullshit you were in.
can I
At
speak on
least,
that?
at least deal. Listen, I could at least be a racist that stand and knowing that they're racist and they know what it is. Be aware of your shit. Be
Can
aware. Building what families? What in any of the messages we're going what is about building people up, building women, building families. How? Where?
He
I
wasn't
speak on
even an
that?
example of building
He
families.
wasn't
So
even an
he had some good points, but then it came with
and
a
in my
mixture of
opinion,
stuff.
those good points came from women he watched on this damn YouTube.
Oh
What
my.
can
A clock is right 2 times a motherfucking day.
Well, can I speak on that for a second?
Go ahead.
When it comes to Kevin Samuels, like I told you last time, I think he had good points. I think he even had good intentions. I think the way he went about it was messy and a bad message. It's just like when you present something a certain way, you focus on the messenger instead of the message itself. And I think that's where the message got lost with him because the way he went about it. It's like he tried to live up that viral moment that he had, and he had to stay that way in order to keep his audience. And I think big picture, he could have easily made a point and said be respectful to women because it has been done before. His name is Steve Harvey. That's why you had that movie Think Like a Man, Act Like a Woman, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Steve Harvey
Mhm.
held women accountable, but he did it in a way where it was respectful and where women could take the message and really soak it in instead of feeling so insulted by the message that's given and the way it was handled that you feel like F his message, I don't care about him. And his whole message, his whole reason of trying to bring families together got lost because the way he went about it. That's why I didn't appreciate.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't see it. I've had a chance this weekend. I don't know how I ended up in a whole rabbit hole. I
I didn't
really
want to
don't.
say your name, girl. I didn't want to say your name.
I
I
got
didn't want
lost
to say
in a
your
rabbit
name, girl.
hole.
Wait, hold on. First, I want to say thank you to Panda for the donation. Please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and donate. It is very appreciated. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Panda says,
Shout out
"Hey
to
Jovi,
Panda.
there's so much nuances to this topic. It's crazy that these guys are essentially celibate, but not getting therapy and embracing manhood. What the f? That's what
Right.
I meant. It's so many new.
Right.
It started with Manosphere can't get wives, and it just while I'm typing and making the title, and while I'm making the thumbnail, it's just rabbit. It's just like damn.
I agree.
Forget wives. These niggas, this shit is dangerous.
Yeah, that's what I come to realize this weekend. I was like, this is all crazy. This is wild. Like we've seen women evolve, but they have a certain target, right? But men seem to be evolved into like a rabbit hole spill. Now, when we speak on Kevin Samuels, because I hate to keep talking about it, but
Yeah, I didn't.
he
I
didn't have good intentions. If you got good intentions, you wouldn't let the crowd dictate how you're going to run future shows, right?
That's
It's
true.
either you got that message or you don't. And then he didn't even live by the message.
Yeah,
He went from saying how sisters over 40, he know a lot of them and they bad, they look good, and they do this, that, and the third, and they're so much better to date, to saying that they are no longer dateable. He went from saying that children were a blessing even if they were not your own, and how they were this, that, and the third when he was dating that girl who had a son,
Well,
right? He went from that message to saying, women should stay with the fathers, and kids are a liability and all of that. And again, when you think of certain different stuff, there's like little points in there, little points in a whole show of entertainment.
A whole show
So
of
to say
ignorancy.
a whole show. So when you listen to the different stuff that he say, let's just only focus on the direct messages. Nothing in his direct messages in the last 2 years was about building Black families. It didn't matter how many times he said that's what his goal was.
Yep, it don't
What
matter.
was
You
your
could say that.
message?
You could say that shit all day. What he was doing on a day-to-day fucking basis was a different story.
It was a
I,
different story. You
I,
can say it.
Hold
as
on,
much
let
as you want to.
Jada let I got your back
Okay, who?
talk.
no, no. I was gonna say I
Go ahead. I
understand
ain't
what.
hear you, honey. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. I ain't mean to interrupt. I love when two ladies talk. You know what I'm saying? It made me think. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I'm just saying I understand where you're coming from, but a lot of content creators got to feed their audience. And so he felt like that was the best way to feed his audience, even if I didn't agree with it. It's no different than, let's just throw another content creator in for a second. Kwame Brown. He went viral, basically fighting back against what you call the Stephen A. Smiths, Steven Jackson, other former NBA players that he felt like disrespected him. And once he got to
Mm,
that point, he felt like he had to keep emulating that point to keep his audience. When at the end of the day, he could have took that moment and made it about trading and coding. That was his real goal was. You see what I'm saying? So it's just like
mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, it's just like a lot of these content creators feel like they got to live up to the standard that they set for their audience instead of taking that viral moment and really preaching out the message that they want to convey as a content creator.
So that sounds like it's not really their message.
Not really.
Sounds like it's not really their message. Because listen,
Like, listen,
I've been on
I
YouTube for 2 years, and
yeah,
I am okay with the amount of people that I got,
yeah.
because I'm going to stay with my message. When people look back, I die today. When people look back, they're going to say Jada LaRue / Feminine Melanin kept her same message. She didn't care about how many people she had in the chat, whether it was live, commenting on videos. She stuck to her message because she had a desire for what she was doing. She didn't change it. She didn't add little moments in just to get people to come in the door so that they can enjoy themselves off of other people's pain. Okay, she didn't allow her chat to act crazy and say anything that they wanted to about whatever it was. Like, I don't let people come in my chat talking about Black men all harsh. I don't let people come in my chat talking about Black women all harsh. I don't let them
I
do
don't
that.
let that happen. Yeah.
I don't let that happen.
Hmm.
Yeah.
This is not something.
We are
This is not something that
accountable. This is
real
my
leaders do.
you are accountable. We
Thank
are
you.
accountable. I am accountable, just like she said, for what my message. Regardless, yeah, okay, I'll use celebrity topics and shit that but I am still accountable for the message, because my message is
Yes.
to build a Black family, for Black women to do better, because I think once Black women do better, because I don't think we're doing all this fucking great. I think once we do better, the Black family will do better. Like,
Well,
that's the
Right.
message. Like, that's the
That's the
message. And
message.
regardless of what video, whatever we talking about, what celebrity we talking about, whatever we talking about, I attempt to bring it back to that.
well, let me
Because
have.
because when I die, hold on, I'll let
Okay.
you talk, but when I die, I don't want this to be my legacy. We have to deal with that. That's the reality of what you put into this world is what it is. I say all the time, you can't say I'm a bad bitch if you only get dressed up on a Saturday to go to the
Okay.
club. Right? I'm this and I'm that, but you wear a bonnet every day. You don't put no makeup on. You don't, make us put anything
You don't
into
take care of your
yourself. You
skin.
don't take care of yourself. You don't take care of your skin. You don't take care of yourself. Right? Who you trying to fool? You ain't trying to fool me. Like you're not. That's not who you are. That's who you claim to be.
Hmm.
But that's not actively who you are. Like if this is what you say I am, oh, I'm trying to help the black family, then that's what you do.
Hmm.
That's what you
Yes.
do.
Oh, well, Jovi, let me ask you. Let me ask you. Look at it this way, and I'm gonna feel a slight sympathy for Kevin Samuelson. I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
He wasn't prepared for fame, and what I mean by that is this: it's
Okay.
just like today's artists, like
Mm-hmm.
Cardi B. Main example, Cardi B. The reason why Cardi B still act ratchet, even though she's a A-list celebrity and one
Because
of the
she
top,
wasn't prepared.
she
Yeah.
wasn't prepared. Remember back in the days, like the Mary J. Blige, the Whitney Houston, all those artists, all those all-time great artists, they had media training. They had
Yeah.
courses they had to take within their 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 company, their label to prepare for the media, prepare themselves to deal with the media, good, bad, or indifferent. And that's why you ain't hear about their drama to like well to end their career when their career almost about to be over.
Mm-hmm.
But these artists today, the Cardi B's of the world, the babies, the babies, they're not prepared for this fame. And so
No,
when
they're
they
not.
get it, they don't know how to act, and they don't have a team to prepare them to deal with what comes to them. And because these today's labels, they don't care about, you know what I'm saying, if they media train or not. They want the clicks. If the clicks is black people acting ratchet, hey, do what makes us money. And so when it comes to Kevin Samuels to wrap around to him, he wasn't prepared for this. He wasn't prepared for that viral moment. So he didn't do what Tasha K did when she got that viral moment. She put her team together. Let me
Yeah.
put this team together so I can know how to expand my platform. Because what he should have did was once he got that viral moment, he got a team together. Now he interviewing like the Nicki Minaj's of the world and getting their perspective on relationships and really making a series out of it. And that's how he would really grew the platform and grew the black family. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you mind if
Go
I
ahead. Go ahead,
speak on this?
Jada.
Okay, so listen, we ain't talking about rappers. We ain't talking about rappers, okay?
You're talking
We
about
ain't talking
regular
about
people.
rappers. We ain't talking about athletes.
Hmm.
We ain't talking about who else did Malcolm X and Dr. Martin Luther King them say we shouldn't be listening to? Rappers, artists. These big time celebrity and entertainment
Hmm.
because they're entertainers, right?
Yes.
But we're talking about Kevin Saint. Okay, you brought up Tasha K.
Yes.
Tasha K seems to be the same person day in, day out.
Yes.
Okay?
That's
But no, no,
Kevin
true.
no, 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 no,
Samuel,
no. No, no, I disagree with that. Tasha K has evolved. Tasha K was one thing when she came in. She was about the shit. She was about the drama. But at some point, Tasha K evolved to, I want to be a serious interviewer. And that's how she reformed herself to
you
do a
talking
serious.
about and you talking about evolve within her professionalism. She's still about the shits and giggles. She's still
But
about the celebrity news and stuff. So
it,
her direction did not change.
hold
She
on, this.
added to it professionally. Kevin Samuels was still being the same scam artist, same debt collecting man, same man who just decided to go based off of whatever seemed to be hot. Because even before he was popular, there's a video of white men discussing him and how they wanted to ban him from the stores.
Yeah, sales consultant. Yeah, no,
Hearing
Lemon
about his
Song.
videos and everything. And he lied about fragrances and stuff and told them the reason why he does it. To get the attention, to appease the crowd of people who want to hear that. So he did what it took to get the views, to get people to pay him some attention. This is
Mm-hmm.
no different. This
I
is no different. He realized it didn't work when he was trying to go off on the men and get the women's attention. So what he did was he had that viral moment and then he went back to doing his regular stuff, realized he needed a viral moment. He did it again. And then he realized what really gets him viral is speaking on the women.
Mm-hmm.
mm,
Now, with some of the stuff he said, have some good points. Yes, some the same some that he keep repeating. The rest of the stuff is nothingness. The rest of
I
the stuff is nothingness. Saying he's trying to build the black family, but then he says that black women are the most undesired and we can't compete with other races of women in our beauty.
That shit is delusional.
Okay? How does that build a black family? You just tore down the black woman in
Yeah.
front of black
Without a
men and
black,
allow
without
black
the
men to be in your chat tripping out on
tearing
black
down black
women.
women.
I get what you're saying, Jada, and you're right. And I mean, his message was all over the place. This is why I say he needed a team. And to go back to Tasha K for a second, she
I
did
said
went
he
away.
needed a team. But wait. You say
Yes,
he
ma'am.
need a team.
Yes, ma'am.
A team for what? To tell him that if he really had a real message, that's what he should stick with. He never had the message.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a perfect example. I'm glad I thought about it just now. You know why I don't like Tyler Perry movies no more? Because it's the
I'm listening.
same thing every single movie. It's the same format. It's the same message. It's the same storyline. If Tyler Perry had a true team, well, a true team of writers that could have him give new ideas to grow his studio, his movie idea, his vision, Tyler Perry would be a lot bigger today than he ever would have been, you know what I'm saying, as of this moment. He would have been the Spike Lees, the Steven Spielbergs of the world if he was allowed himself to have a team
Spike
of
Lee took a
writers.
moment to get an award, though. Go ahead.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it did, but you know, we go, the Spike Lee movies are legendary. We can
Yeah.
name one legendary Tyler Perry movie, one, not one. And part of it because
I feel
he want to do everything himself instead of having a team to help him grow his vision. And that's why I said, going back to Kevin Samuels, he needed a team to help grow. If his true message was help, let's help grow the black family, his team would have helped him do that. His team would have helped him stay on track, stay on message. When you somebody that's doing everything by yourself, you all over the place because you know what I'm saying. You don't have somebody to keep you in line, to keep you ahead of what's important. That's what I'm saying. Like I say,
but
even
you're not
Tasha,
understanding, hun. He did
Okay, so
not care for that
let
message.
me,
The message
wait.
was an excuse.
Let me,
You can
Leah,
have that.
let me be the person in the middle to, because I understand what both of you are saying, and I think, got your back. I think you're missing where Jada is saying that's what a nigga say. That don't mean that it's true.
yes,
She's trying to say that was what he said. Everything in what he has done does not mean that it's true. And you're right. I ain't got no goddamn team. There's a lot of people out here who ain't got no team. He had the money to have the team. And you're right. And if that was the actual message that he really
Right.
wanted, he would have not only been able to pull that off a little bit on his own, but he would have hired a team because he had enough of a team to be able to get him in contact with Future. He had enough of a team to help him do that fuckboy shit. All the other fuckboy shits. You know, so he had a team for that. So if that was really his goal, for real,
hmm
he would have did that.
I agree. But this is what I'm saying. Like yourself, you starting to get a team. You starting to get on Chelsea to help you with marketing and stuff like that. And when you get big enough, you're gonna get other people to help you grow your platform and what you're trying to grow as a message. And that's what I'm saying. So yes, I agree that his actions don't meet with his word. But I'm saying if he would have had a team, he could have been so much bigger than what he was at that particular moment. Like I said,
Okay.
that
He
was
still
And
would have
we're
been the
saying,
same
I
guy
think you're missing
with
it.
a
I think
bigger
you missing.
team.
He would have been even more of a detriment to our community if he would have had a bigger team. That's how we see it. I hear
I
what you're
mean,
saying.
he's 1.4 million subscribers just on YouTube.
Yeah,
If he
that's big
wanted
enough.
to have the
I ain't got
message,
nowhere near
why he
that.
got all
Trust and
these
believe me.
people, if he wanted that message,
He
this
could
is
have
a
done
man
that.
who knew how to get certain different things done. So if he had that as a message from the heart,
It would
when
have
he
been
got a
what it
million
was.
followers, he would have said, you know what? Now people are here. Now that I got them here, let's start giving them the message. His message still didn't change.
hmm
He got all these other people that he done quote unquote inspired to be a part of his team to follow behind him. And he still took these people and they all delivering the same message.
The
He did not
destruction
have
of the
no
black
family
woman and the
message.
black, there we go, the
Right.
destruction of
And
the black
if
woman and
he
the black
had that,
family. That is the message. I don't,
right.
it might seem, it's like just because white people say shit all the time, that don't mean it's true. They say a lot of shit, that don't mean it's true.
I agree.
His message is like you could say that shit all day long, but the last 2 years, his message has been the destruction. If it wasn't, why is so many people just like, well, cause it's just his karma.
Yeah.
Like it has been the destruction of the black family. I just see that's how he's like. You could say, "Oh, I'm trying to build." These white people that say they trying to save America, they tried to storm the Capitol and overthrow the government.
Hmm.
It does not
Okay.
equate. It does not equate. They can say whatever the fuck they want to say. The reality is what they are doing in the everyday of it. They are creating, again, how I connected this to the white supremacy. They are creating 18-year-old boys who going up into Buffalo supermarkets, shooting up a bunch of elderly old women. They can say whatever the
Mm-hmm.
fuck they want to say. But the reality is, this motherfucker had a follower who was on a fucking N train here in Brooklyn and shot up the damn train. That's the reality. This
This is
motherfucker
very
had a
striking.
follower who 2 months ago was live streaming and killed his ex-wife and the pregnant girlfriend, and neither one of them were black. And the rest of them was saying oh, see, because they deserved it because they were black women, until they found out they weren't black women, and then it was like, oh, well, they still deserved it. Like, just, you can say a lot of shit, but your everyday your everyday, what you do every day. A nigga could tell you a million things, but it's what he do.
I agree.
Oh,
Y'all, because he wasn't training nothing. He didn't train y'all to think nothing about how to work with your families.
how to
He
build
was
your
talking about
family.
women and their bad choices. And, don't get me wrong. Okay, I get that part.
Yes,
All of that other stuff. And then,
some women make a lot of bad choices, but these niggas make bad choices too. Where is the accountability? We have to be accountable. I sit up here, I talk to everybody, but I sit up here primarily talking to women. Why? Because I'm a woman. What the fuck? We don't need a Kevin Samuels to tell me how to get a nigga. I know how to get a man. He need to teach these men, these young men, how to be husbands.
That's true. I
He
get
should have been teaching them how to be husbands. Instead of talking shit about black women, tell them what kind of women to go for. I sit up in here and I tell these women how to avoid the Pookies and the Ray Rays of this fucking world, and how to get them a man worth having. I don't need to spend every day. Yes, okay, the last week we've been talking about Kevin Samuels, but and however, I don't need to spend every day dragging a nigga. That's not the goal of the channel. The goal of the channel is for these women to understand their value and to be able to pick better and do better.
right.
So
It
why
ain't
these
coming for
niggas,
all
why
men.
they can't, why they can't say, okay, oh, some women are fucked up, cool, so let me show you how to get the good ones. They ain't doing none of that.
because I'm gonna tell you why.
And
Because
for a good while, he still wouldn't let the men come up. And then when he did let the men finally come up, he stopped doing that real fast.
I guess he
I
can't.
realized it.
He can't deliver that message because he don't know how. And what I mean by that is like
It ain't
you can't.
how. It's because he ain't trying.
He
You
don't
keep
want
trying to
to.
say he
You keep
wanted to do.
saying how,
He
and this is where we
did
missing it.
not. He did not. The man knew how to make acronyms, bullet points, all of that. He never tried because he never cared to. He fed that to y'all because people kept saying he was not a good guy and he just always rag on women and yada yada yada. So he had to keep telling y'all, no, I don't do that. I'm trying to build black communities.
Mm.
That ain't what he tried to do. Let's stop trying to act like he was out here trying to be a Malcolm X.
He
He was not
wasn't.
that. Nowhere close. His show started being about women. He didn't have none of those sound bites for men when they talk or when they saying stuff in the chat, did he?
There we
No,
go.
he only has sound bites for all women.
Mhm.
Only the women, right? Thumbnails consist of only the women. And when he wanted to talk about women, he used some of the ugliest pictures of women. No offense, women. I know they stock, images of women. What I'm saying is what men would consider unattractive. So that's what I
Mm-hmm.
mean by the ugly women, right?
Okay.
This is what he used. This was his message. That was it. Let's not add to it. Let's not take from it. This is not what he was doing, and y'all gotta go ahead and accept that. Y'all trying to make him out to be somebody he was not.
Like I said, I agree with you. I'm on y'all side. I do not like him. I
You
do
can't be
not
on
like.
our side and then tell us that
No,
this is
you
the message
can't.
No, no, no.
that he was trying,
No,
and
no,
that
no.
No,
if he had
no.
had a team, he could have got it done.
Yeah,
No.
because you can say that, but like every like she said, every other time it's the million butts.
I guess when I'm coming at with the situation is like I get what you're saying.
Excuse.
He demonized the black women. I do not like that at all. I guess what I'm saying, his version of a high value man is a guy that got money, that got all this stuff. But you can have all this stuff and don't have character. And so what he should have done is taught men how to have character towards women. In addition to having the money, the stature, the motivation to want to be great, the vision to want to build the family. I'm saying he should have did those things, but he didn't do those things. So I agree with both of you. Yes, he demonized black women because, like I said, I guess that's what he felt like was best for his financial gain instead of doing what's best for the black family, like you said. Yes, I agree with you. I'm just saying what he should have done instead of telling men that, hey, being a high value man is just having the most money and that's it, and you can get whatever woman you want and you can cheat on them whenever you feel like it. You should teach these men how to have character, how to treat these women with respect, how to put these women not say on the pedestal, but how to make them feel worthy and valuable, and how to motivate them as well as like those women gonna motivate you, so y'all can motivate each other together. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He didn't know how to relay that message, or he didn't
He
care
didn't
to
want to
relay
relate the
the
message.
Yeah.
message. That one, well, I shouldn't say he didn't care to relate that message. That's on me. I apologize, ladies. But that's the bigger picture. That's what he should have done, and that's what the message I don't like that he sent to everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can agree with the end part. That's what he could have did,
That's
but
what
he
he could
chose
have
not
did, but he
to.
chose not to.
He chose not to. Every step of the way, he just chose not to. For them to say he loved you, black women.
No, he didn't.
I got people who I see what love is, and they're
Yeah.
not playing the
People
elephant
don't
song
love
when a
me
woman
like
walks
that.
by. They're not
Yeah.
saying, bitch, don't kill my vibe whenever, they don't agree with him and stuff like that. These are the things that he did. These are the things that he set up his platform to be like. So no, he did not love black women. No, this was not about the black family. What he caused was more division, and he
Yeah.
knows that.
He knows
He
that.
caused more
And
division.
God knows that.
When I
That's true.
asked some of the men from the Manosphere,
Hmm.
not all the popular ones, because I don't really know them all, so I can't say that. But I know some that has like thousands of followers. When I asked them, okay, so if he was this great figure for y'all, what message did you get about building the black family? Did it make you want to go back to your baby mama and build that broken household that you have? Did
Mm-hmm.
it make you want to sit up there and marry women of your own race?
Nope.
Did it make you want to stand up for black women and come together to go forward in the community? Do you know that every single one of them I asked said, nah, I mean, I can't say that, but he had some good points. Yeah, but did those points resonate with what I just asked you? Because that's what it means to be
Anything
building
of
black family.
valuable. Yes. Anything of real value. Because all that other shit is bullshit. But hold on. I got your back. I'm gonna take you down, okay? Because I
No,
got
no,
somebody else I want to bring up.
that's okay. I want to say thank you. Thank you for allowing me to come to the beauty school and drop off my mail. Y'all have a good day, ladies. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Shout out to you. Love you, hun. We appreciate you coming up here.
All right. Pronounce your name, sis. I don't want to
Hey,
botch
sexy
it.
Charlie. Uh-oh.
All right, it's Shiki.
Hey, Shiki girl, what's up?
Chicky. Okay, hey, honey.
Hi. All right, so I've noticed all the men, whether they are straight or otherwise, whether they're a good guy or bad guy, they all coddle Kevin Samuels. They all have an excuse for his behavior. I used to
Yes.
watch Kevin Samuels for the past, I want to say, almost 3 years, right? When I started watching him, it was because of the your average at best video, and I just wanted to find out why he said that to her, because I found her to be a pretty girl. Like, she looked, to me, she looked exotic. um so when I watched the video, it was kind of addicting. Then I started looking at other videos, and yes, his message did change. He went from trying to really not help the community. He never did that. He went from trying to build up black men to have confidence and to be a better man,
Hmm.
for women, to bashing women, making women feel bad. Now, I know of someone, I don't know this person. He's in the Manosphere. He doesn't have that many subscribers like Kevin Samuels. I think it's under 10,000 to be exact. But this guy used to hang out with Kevin Samuels a lot. And he said that one time he hung out with Kevin Samuels, and there was a Kevin Samuels fan that wanted to speak to him, and Kevin Samuels turned his back to the fan. And he got irritated because Kevin Samuels told the guy, don't talk to these people, they're fans. Kevin Samuels didn't care about the men or women that he portrayed that he tried to help. He looked down on the men just as deeply as he looked down on the women. He thought that he
Yeah.
was better than everybody. So I just
I
want to
mean,
put
he
that out
scammed the
there. The
men
person
too.
that
So
said
yeah, I
it,
bet.
yeah, the person that said it, they spent a lot of time with Kevin Samuels. He even said that Kevin Samuels was a lonely person. He would
Of
call him in the
course.
middle of the night. He said he
Yeah.
was very lonely.
And
Also,
it's crazy because you would think like they can't deal with who you are. Like, deal with that. You're lonely. You don't have your family around you. No wonder you're
exactly.
miserable. And instead of dealing with that and saying, let me fix my relationship with my daughter, let me not be a douche to my moms, let me work on myself so I could bring that good shit into my life. No, you try to make excuses for your dysfunctional bullshit and spew it all over the internet to millions of people every day.
I mean, he literally just wanted the money. It was all about
Yes.
making the money, trying to make a name for himself. He did not care about the women or the men that followed him. Um, and if he really did love black women, to the guy that was on last, if he really did love a black woman, he would have died with one. And that's all I want to say.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ooh. All right,
that,
girl. Thank you so much. She hit it with that one.
okay.
You're welcome.
All right.
Hmm. You know what? Hey, he could have died with one or lived longer with one because we know.
They live longer with us.
Okay. Yes. That is crazy. You know what? Like I said, y'all, I went through a rabbit hole of videos. I don't know
I
what happened. I
know.
woke up, a video popped up. I was like,
I'm
interesting.
telling y'all,
Watched
Jada
it, and
was
they just
in the
kept
group
going.
chat. Jada was in the group chat dropping shit every 20 minutes. She was like, God damn it, girl. Go take a nap. She was like,
I
oh my
couldn't
God,
believe
I
it.
found this other video. Oh my God. We was like, oh shit.
Yeah, and it was just like proof and receipts. It wasn't like they were just talking mad cash. No, it was proof, receipts, his picture, his voices, the video. And I was like, so you mean to tell me the men have been following this man that long and they know these videos exist because they got thousands of views on them. They did not care because they loved that he was quote unquote dragging sisters.
Mm-hmm.
It made them feel worthy for a
Yep.
man to be doing it.
Mm-hmm. Just
Because
call that
all the
spade.
stuff that
Yep.
was going on, scamming people out of their money, owing people money, and I'm talking about in the last 2, 3 years,
Mm-hmm.
owing people money, and these are black men. He's owing them money. He's scamming them out of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He lying on them.
Mm-hmm.
Then
Mm-hmm.
you add in women. Women. When you look at the women that he has dated that we know of, the ex-wife, pretty one. By the way, all of the exes we seem to be seeing have all looked like they're light skinned. Not, not what y'all quote unquote exoticals. Because I believe, first of all, the black woman is the most exotical woman
Yeah.
ever. Can't nobody look like us, dress like us, act like us,
Everybody in
look
this
like
world
us.
want to look
We a
like
whole vibe.
us. They wanna,
Yeah,
they
we a whole
wanna,
vibe.
they wanna laugh and try to make fun of us, but they all want to look like us. So
Okay. So then you have that taken into place, and you add in all of the stuff that he was doing with the women. And it's like, if y'all didn't see this con artist coming, I don't know
They
what
didn't want
else to
to. They
say.
didn't want
Y'all
to.
just didn't want to.
Yeah, they didn't want
Nobody,
to.
Air Black says every man wants to pass away in the kitty. Is that what you desire to do, Air Black TV?
Some random
So
person
every
you
time
don't
you get
know,
a kitty, you
kitty.
wishing you would die? That don't make sense, baby.
That's
That don't make
crazy.
sense. That don't
That's
make sense.
crazy.
So you was ready to end your life inside a coochie? First of all, was the coochie even good? Because you saying, died in the kitty, but who's to say the kitty was good? The man died of heart failure issues. That don't mean the kitty was good. First of all, she said that they woke up. She was woken up because he was acting like that. And then he collapsed on top.
So
So
he,
he
yeah,
wasn't even getting
he wasn't
kitty
even
when
getting
he
it.
died.
Nope, he wasn't even
But
getting
if
it.
that's what you would like, Arab Black TV, that is perfectly fine. Whenever you pass away dying in a kitty, I'ma say that man wanted to die like that. That was his mantra. Hope the next kitty you with don't kill you. Okay? Yeah,
um,
that makes no sense.
Michelle said Kevin Samuel was wrong in substance and did not have good intentions. He admitted that he chose to attack women for clicks and clout because holding men accountable didn't pay. He advocated domestic violence against women and advised women not to believe their daughters who were being which part of those were helping to build the black community.
Yeah,
Sis,
and
like I'm
Arab
saying, let's
look,
be
Arab Black
real with
says,
this shit.
listen, I want to have this quick moment with the men.
Go ahead,
Black
sis.
men, whatever men feel this way. Air Black TV says that's the way most men want to go out. Not murked, not sick in the hospital, but after a good NUTT. Okay, so listen, sir. Here's the thing.
He's like fucking 23, bruh.
If okay, so
Or
listen.
his mind is 23. I can't.
If the men want to go out that way, because I've heard the joke. I'm not gonna say I haven't heard the joke, but I thought it was just a pure joke. But now that you're telling me this is exactly what men want, listen, there has been no man that died in a kitty that died happy. He died gasping for air, clutching his heart. You act like he just nutted and peacefully went to sleep, gone on to the Father. No. We witnessed hearing the lady say he turning blue, gasping
Yep.
for air,
Shit
clutching his
fucking.
chest. That don't sound happy, honey. Did you think about that? That
No.
don't sound
They
happy.
don't think.
That don't sound like peace.
They don't think. I remember my ex father-in-law when he died. He died from. I remember this shit. He didn't want to take cancer like medicines like morphine or painkillers and shit because he believed like if he died he wanted to come home and pass and because he believed like if he died like drugged up on the drugs even though that's how he would be in the afterlife. Can you imagine dying from a freaking heart attack with blood rushing with your penis? It doesn't sound good to me.
Okay, like
It sounds very painful. It sounds
I
like
used
the
to
most
think men had good
painful.
logic until now.
Yeah, that sounds like the most painful nut ever.
Okay,
That sounds painful as fuck.
because probably didn't even get the nut off, baby, because you're gasping,
Yeah.
you're clutching your heart.
Can you
You
imagine? And then the shit stuck there midways all eternity. Thank you, Dark Energy, for the super sticker. Y'all thoroughly appreciate. Please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Donations are thoroughly appreciated. You can send cash apps, super chats, all that good stuff. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Shout out to that, man. I
Oh
can't
yeah.
believe.
Also, one more thing. Also,
That's
if
the way
you,
y'all want to go out. Y'all need to reconsider. I
I
thought
don't.
y'all were logic more so. Hey, don't shoot me, y'all. I thought men were supposed to be the ones with more logic, and that moment right there just
No, they're
proved you
not.
ain't that
Yeah,
logical.
they post to be logical, but that shit
So
right there
logical.
says that the common sense. No, you know what? They just ain't. I can't even blame it on the fucking education system. I just can't blame it on the education system. It's the lack of accountability. Niggas, these motherfuckers will say anything to avoid being accountable for their bad decisions. How much people do you see? I see so much people avoid being accountable for their bad fucking decisions. It's freaking insane.
Okay.
Oh, she said a true high value man would not have let greed ruin his legacy. I did want to mention that because a high value, that's 100%
Well, he's
correct.
a high value man, so we realized that. I
Well,
told
we
y'all
know
that
that.
before we even found this stuff out. I told y'all that a while ago. Ain't no high value man. I know what they look like. I know how they act. He was not one, and now the proof is here. So sad. You know what I'm saying? I hate that. You know me. I hate to be talking about people in this type of manner, and I'm still not even dragging them or being harsh or
Yeah,
mean.
that's what I said.
I'm
I didn't
seeing
even
the
necessarily
truth
even
of
want
it.
to talk about him or necessarily drag him today, but we got to be able to connect the 1 and 1 equals 2,
Yes.
or else we just it's just very delusional.
Yeah, and for men to just come in here right off the bat to be emotional and start talking about us, about what we look like.
Attacking
We
us,
we
uh,
never said Kevin Daniels was ugly. We ain't call him dusty.
attacking,
We ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like,
trying to degrade, trying to put you back in your place. When the
okay,
reality is, listen, if you were in a place, you wouldn't have to put a woman in her place because she would be there already.
she would be there.
She
The
would be
man that you
there.
are
They
would allow her to
missing
just
that
naturally be okay
point.
in place.
They missing that whole shit altogether. Men understand. Men. I'm not talking about males. Understand that you don't have to do all of that. Y'all
No,
sound crazy and delusional. Look at these men and men out here who do not have millions of dollars in the bank, but they're good. Ask why. It's you.
it's you.
It's you. Child, why fucking Gemini call me on Saturday
Uh-oh.
at like 3 in the morning? Nigga, it's you. While I'm laying in bed. Nigga.
It's you.
It's you. And I just did like, what? It's y'all. Like,
And
this is
no
what
matter
you
how you even
want.
look at the
And
statistics, they still saying black
it's
women are at fault.
they're the
And it
ones who
shows
are
even when you go out
lonely.
for a race, you can't even do better. So it's still y'all. And don't get me wrong, women are part of the problem too. But to just say it's
Yes,
only the
women are,
women
yeah,
when
women got
statistics are
problems
saying that
too.
men are just as much as a detriment to our community, y'all don't want to accept that.
Y'all
Y'all
the head of the
passing the buck.
household. They here begging and throwing head of households at us. We here telling them how many
Won't even
videos,
lead it.
Jada, how many fucking videos, times have we been up here and people come up here in the chat telling us, well, y'all don't want to be feminine. Nigga, we telling you, we want you to run the household.
We want to be feminine. We
We
want you
want
to do
to. But it's like they keep
this.
saying it because they need us not to. So they can live in
Yes.
their femininity.
Oh, Lord, girl.
I'm said what I said.
She got a point there.
Be
It's
begging
like,
you. It's like, again, I said that to say when I was talking about Gemini, to say, just look at it. Like, what the fuck? At what point do you see, or what point do you realize, do you have to be an old 60-year-old nigga? When you the old, angry by yourself 60-year-old nigga? Do you learn
okay.
then? No, because apparently, look at KS. Look at the dude who shot up the train. At what point do you take accountable for the nigga you lonely because maybe you chased off the person you was wanted to be with? Maybe because you don't want to stand in your shit.
Okay.
Because there are black men out here who's standing in their shit. So maybe it's the you.
Yes. And shout out to the chat for recognizing that. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't tell y'all how many times across the years I've been on Facebook like, black men, you are the leaders, you are the head. take control of the
Please.
situation and pull us out of that. If you get in your space and in line with yourself, the women will follow. Not all. Just like we don't expect that all black men are going to fall
Yeah.
in line. But if y'all in majority start falling in line, we will all become better. Y'all have to lead. And you know the responses that I get, black women don't want us to. Black women ain't gonna listen. But then it's black women in the stats saying, yes,
Begging
black men,
you.
we want y'all to
Please.
lead us. We want y'all. I'm like, do y'all
Please.
see the women in the stat telling y'all? We are literally hyping y'all up and saying, please.
Go
And y'all
ahead.
jumping in the chat talking about what chicks won't let you. Then stop dating them. Stop giving them
Stop
your
dating
time.
those
Stop
type
giving
of
them your
women.
money.
But
Stop
these
making
are
them your baby mamas. Stop hyping them up in the media. Hype us up.
because they
We
looking
don't want
for,
y'all to do
they want to marry the bad bitch. They
it.
want to
Okay?
marry the bad bitch with the bad bitch mentality, the Instagram model with 1 million subscribers, and expect her to be a wife.
Okay? Like, come
It's
on. Y'all keep blaming us,
it's
but
the
y'all won't
delusion.
do it.
It's like you choose the woman who is so anti family, like what the fuck, and then wanna put the shit that you knew was gonna happen because this is what you chose on all black women.
Mm.
It's crazy.
Okay? It's crazy, y'all. You talking about
Look,
anti-family,
you got people in the chat.
anti-moral.
Hold on, you got people in the
Okay.
chat talking about, wearing, we got black men allegedly in the chat, okay? Because I don't even think white men would come over here with this bullshit, okay? I'm gonna be clear, all right? Black men
Okay.
in the chat talking about, you call yourself beautiful, but you wear other people's hair. You have black pen in the chat, like these,
What?
like this is who you are. This is just like those men
See how
who
emotional you are?
they don't value work. They can't value doing anything. All they value is their nut, which living off of women. Nothing. They have nothing. These are these type of men. It is never the men who have their shit together. It's never.
Never.
It's
Never. And
never.
that's why I said when I got in that rabbit hole of Kevin Samuels and all these videos, I'm like, wow, okay, so these are at least I saw 4 of the women that he dated. The backgrounds of the 4 women he dated. And I'm like, dang, dated and married, okay? So there's some married, 2 married wives and then 2 dated women. And I'm like, all these women had their stuff together. All these women had their stuff together. He can't even say that they didn't. All these women had their stuff
He only got
together.
with them because they got their stuff together, because he didn't. Cause he couldn't. He wasn't even breaking 10 stacks for
Okay?
decades. Like, let's call that fucking spade. We don't know why he angry at black women. He had to be provided for them
We
for
had to
his
be provided.
whole fucking life. And somebody said earlier, and the nigga ain't even have a daddy to show him how to do that from jump.
Okay, so here's the thing now. I don't know if his dad was a Rolling Stone, but he said that his dad had other kids and he didn't know them, but it seemed they knew each other. So it seems like his father was raising those children. So I don't know what that says about the mother, but I do realize that
I
it's
don't
kind of
believe
funny
shit
how
he
he was making
said.
all of these videos. You say
I
what?
don't believe. I don't believe that. I
Yeah,
believe,
'cause I'm
like
like,
I
I don't
thought. I
know.
believe that he doesn't know who his daddy is, or his dad,
Mm,
or he made a song like once or twice or some shit. He ain't got no. This ain't no. He ain't got no. And that's probably another reason why he hate women, because his mama had a baby with somebody who wasn't there for him.
which could be a thing. That's
You
why I
know
was
they
like, when you look
look.
at the women that he dated and add in his mother, you are looking at successful black women that all seem to have taken care of
Of
him.
him.
And
Yep.
even when he didn't take care of his child, the mother of the child took well care of her, because sis is a college graduate, beautiful young lady,
Mm-hmm.
part of Alpha sorority. Okay. She looked like she had standards. I looked at some of her stuff and she's all about black power, femininity, you know what I'm saying? Just all these different things. So it's like you had good women around you. But the problem was is that you were not a good man. You
There
could
we go.
not live up to the expectations of
And
what
instead
any
of
of these
dealing with the
women
fact
needed.
that, instead of dealing with that, he mad about it. Instead of dealing with his shortcomings as a man,
Yes.
it's not, yeah, these women out here, we have to get it because y'all not getting it. We have to go out and work more. I know so many women who would like to be housewives, but they can't. That I know women, and yeah, we have those women that'll be like, yeah, I'm working regardless. But there's so many women who would love to fucking find a man who would allow them to be a housewife so they can have a little business in a house or some shit. I know so many of them, but where are those men? Where are they now? In this generation, where are they? Where are they?
I'm gonna keep saying this. Modern men got the nerve to complain about modern women.
The audacity. So many of these women don't want to be modern. They want to, but you ain't giving it to them. You
Right.
ain't
You a
it.
modern man.
You the
These
modern
men
man.
talking about, I want to ride or die, 50-50 type of woman. Well, you're not a modern man, so you shouldn't be mad at whatever type of woman you get that ain't a traditional woman, because you ain't a traditional man.
They want the struggle. Like I said, they want the struggle on your back. Brown Skinny says the fact that there's so many bitter black men in here doing a work day on a Monday says a lot. There you go. I tell my man that all the time. I be like, you wouldn't, because he be laughing. He be like, no, he like, tell Jay to tell him, don't be sending people the links. But I be like, you would be surprised how many dudes are in the live, and he's like, why they not at work?
That's
I
true.
was like, this guy came in, and then Jada was talking, she sent him the link, and then he came back the next day. He was like, why is he not at work? I was like, exactly. I was like, exactly.
Okay.
He want to know why they not at work. He's like, you go live at noon. Why they not at work? I was like, see, that's what the man who works
These
say.
men are jumping in here quick, fast, and in a hurry to defend another man who scammed y'all, who cheated y'all out of money, who wasn't even the man nowhere near that he claimed to be, lied about his education, lied about the type of women that he was with. Oh my goodness. When I saw that video where he said this and the third about these women and all this other stuff, I was like, wait a minute. But in the other video, he said, I've never done this and I've never done that and this, that, and and I'm like, but y'all let him have
She said,
both sides of the fence. Stop playing.
Larice, she said, Pisces men think they bad bitches. I told y'all this.
Oh.
I told y'all this. I told y'all this. That fits it. When I was like, because people say, well, why you say he's a Pisces man? If you know Pisces, you know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Okay. Jared, we're losers on your way to work. Oh, you talking about the guys. Okay, I got you. Because I'm like, wait, we're losers while you're on the way to work, but you're tuning in to us? But no, I think I read that wrong at first. So I was definitely about to be like, look, even if you on your way to work, why are you concerned about what we
Exactly.
talking about and trying to defend a man that wasn't even a real man?
Man. A man
So not
that
a real
didn't
man
take
for y'all.
his daughter. And listen, you know what it is for your daughter not to fuck with you as a man, and you grew up with her. Your parents were mad. You know what it is for a daughter not to fuck with her daddy if she grew up with him. A girl will toss her mama under the bus. Do you know what it is for a girl child to not fuck with her dad? A girl child will watch her dad cheat on her mom and still take her daddy's side. That's how deep a girl will ride out for her daddy. So his own daughter is telling you this nigga ain't shit, but y'all still ain't listening. Maybe because they don't take care of their daughters, so they don't get it.
We have yet to see any real family or friends, not these YouTube folks, because even some of them seem a little shady to be talking about they his friend, but no real actual friend or family has come out and said, rest in peace to Kevin Samuels, my uncle, my brother, my son,
I've
my
noticed that
daddy,
too.
my
I noticed that too.
cousin,
Not a
my
motherfucking
homeboys in
word.
college.
All
Not
we
a
heard
one.
was, I found out on social media. That's all we heard. I found
From the
out on
mama.
social media. It's messed up. And then we heard about the GoFundMe going down. That's
First
all
of
we
all, mom
heard.
didn't even say, I love my son and I hate I had to find out on social media. This is heartbreaking. Da 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 da. Mom didn't even say that.
She didn't even say that. You right. I didn't even notice that until you just said that. You right. She didn't say my
Mom didn't
son,
say
my
that.
nothing. I have to find out my beloved child dead and her only ain't that
None of
her only
that.
child? No. I think that was her oldest child or some shit like that. My oldest
I
child
think
dead.
the only child, because Kevin said he was the only child of his mother. So I
Her
don't know how that
only
goes.
child. I got Jada, you
I
got
think
one
that's what he
child.
said.
You got one child, Jada. I got one child. Your only child?
That's right.
My only child? You crazy. My
Girl,
child, period.
my only child going to the hospital, I'm tripping out. Like, oh my God, Joe, pray for me. Okay. But his mama was just like, please, let our family mend and all that other stuff. I had to find out on social media. That was all they had to report. I'm like, dang, ain't nobody come out on TV with no tears. They don't even care to check out to see if the lady killed him or not. They just like, okay, well, the body is at the funeral home and, we're going to call it a day. We're going to get this done.
We'll get it. We'll
It's
get to
over
it
a
when we
week
get to
later.
it. We'll get to it
Over
when
a
we get
week
to
later,
it.
and a high value man has not been laid to rest.
He's still in a funeral home.
Still in funeral home. Nobody is on. Because trust me, if there was, y'all, people would be on it.
People will be
But we don't
talking
see
about it.
no old school friends, no neighborhood friends,
You ain't
no
got.
business partners. Nobody, no old employees, no family. Nobody is coming out saying, rest in peace, that was my boy. Nobody but these YouTubers.
And y'all don't
A
know him.
YouTuber that had to pay off his debt twice. A YouTuber that's benefited from him being gone. Benefited from him while he was alive, but definitely benefited while he's gone. That's all we got, y'all. That says a lot about a man. That says a lot about anybody, but definitely a man.
Precious said it as well. I just can't. Again, the subs. They come up. They come up with the shit as soon as we say it. This is another synchronicities. I have so many of them. Why hasn't any of his high value clients come out and vouch for him? His only high value friend or high value friends are on YouTube. Just what you were saying. Just what you were saying. We got we got a whole bunch of them in there now, desperate for attention. You could block me now. They just want to be looked at. They want to be looked at. This is women's attire. Listen,
women's faces to take up
these
for a man
men.
con job.
Not even necessarily just that. You come into a black woman's space being sassy.
Being sassy.
Trying to talk about my looks, trying to talk about my hair. At least Armand was gay. What is your excuse? At least Armand was gay. He tried to drag my hair. What y'all straight man excuses coming in here talking about how I or Joe or any of us look with the sass?
Like if that's all you got is to want to come in and jump and say what we look like. And if we got a man or not, when both of us definitely got good men. But this is what y'all want to do. And all we telling y'all is
accountability.
That this is not a man. Right. This is not a man who was for the black community. This was not a man who loved us to death as black women. That's all we saying. We ain't even really trying to drag them, but it's the truth that's coming out in the discussions that y'all don't want to accept. And because y'all don't want to accept it, because y'all still want your godfather, y'all jump in here and want to be so upset with the sisters. Instead of what you should have did from the beginning was listen to the sisters and y'all wouldn't be looking like played fools on YouTube. What's even more interesting is that I watched that video and I sent it to y'all, Jovi and Bree. the video of the white people, the Asian people, and the Arabics who said, I love watching Kevin Samuels. It's so entertaining.
Yeah. Fucking minstrel show. A whole
So that
minstrel
means they didn't
show.
think he was about the black community either.
At all.
They didn't think he was building nothing.
Nothing.
They were excited in the rabble nature
Drag them
of how
black
y'all on
bitches.
here doing your women. The
Yep.
women you're supposed to protect. And then you talk about the women and what we're doing, but y'all won't protect us, and y'all ain't protected us definitely since the 70s. Y'all been
Yeah.
using and abusing us since the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
And all we keep asking y'all to do is lead us. Get back in order. Do what it takes so that we can follow you and be there for you, because you can't say we ain't got y'all.
Stop wanting to be white men and be black men.
Okay? Because here's the
That's
thing.
some real
We
shit.
sit up
I'm gonna
here
say
and
that
we
again.
stand by
Stop
y'all.
wanting to be white men and be black men. How about stop wanting to be white men and be black men? Okay. Go ahead.
Now, I was just going to say, because I know as much as y'all want to say that we have given up on y'all and we don't want y'all,
I have a
but
black man.
the truth in it is that when you see us on TV rallying for y'all in the streets,
Duh.
standing on the front line harder than y'all own black brothers, we are out there for y'all. We are raising money out there for y'all. Y'all say we all on government assistance. That ain't true. But let's just say if it was, they're using that government assistance still to sit up there and get y'all justice out here on the street. We don't look for clout like that. We just out there putting our bodies on the line, being arrested, being beat up on.
Mm-hmm.
We don't even want to call the police on y'all no more because we feel like y'all just had it so bad. But y'all be out here doing us wrong. Are there some women that are doing y'all wrong? Yes. And we get that. But for the women who are doing you right, y'all abuse us and use us the most. And we be trying to be here for y'all. We constantly telling y'all to lead us. I can't tell y'all how many emotional moments I have trying to explain to men that us and the women in the chat, the women in the statuses, we are telling y'all directly, we want y'all to lead, black men. We gonna back y'all. All you gotta do is do it.
You
We share
can't
more
even
of
do it.
y'all posts out here being black men and being good as parents, as men with businesses, as men in the communities. Look how often we share y'all on social media. How often do y'all share the sisters like that? There was that whole post talking about, I love you, black man. I love you, black man. I love you, black man. How many did you see where men decided to say, I'm going to mix this up and say, I love you, black woman? That I love you, black man thing went viral. The men never turned around and said, well, let's make it go viral back so we can let the whole world know that they love us and we love them back.
Dominique says that it can't happen because black men won't admit that they're broken, so they will even be able to work on themselves. If you
That's a
can't,
fact.
that's a fact. If you refuse to see the problem, because even when you were saying that, I'm here looking, and I said this shit this weekend, and I was like, yo, what's his name? Is his name Justin Janu Mataba? He in South Africa. He runs that party, the red party with the berets. I was like, yo, there's no one here. I said, the only black person I could think about that can eat, that's even like fuck is a leader, is in fucking South Africa. I'm like their lead. They like the fact that these are your so-called leaders, the Kevin Samuels of the world, the dude who molested some girl. I think Bree made a video about him. He possessed the little girl. You know what I'm saying? And now they talk about, he was a leader and all of it. And it's like, these are your leaders. Question yourself. Those are your leaders. As the men, question yourselves. No wonder we're scared to death, because look at who you allow to lead you. You got to run our households. Look who you allow to lead you, man. But your girlfriend can't tell you how to. I had a friend who I thought it was funny as hell. Like, she and this nigga been together for like 20 something years, and 20 years ago I told this nigga he need to start letting her manage his money because he not good at it. 20 years later, niggas don't have shit. They broke up. She's about to buy a house, and he's still fucked up. It's like, but these are your leaders, and this is the niggas you listening to. Them?
These are who y'all listening to. When you think about it, listen, y'all fellas, if you don't believe us, think about social media and who y'all follow, right? All of the ones that y'all rally behind. When you think about the ones the women rally behind, the bad guy that we picked was the one that has that porno sounding name, Derek Jackson.
Yeah, he just cheated on his wife. And the reality is, he just cheated on his wife. He cheated on his wife.
But think of the ones that y'all be sending. I mean, some of the sisters follow some of the men too, but we look at who y'all men are talking to like they are the leaders.
Yeah.
And so we feel like, okay, well, the men love these guys right here, so we gonna back these guys right here. And then look at what's happening with them. So y'all chose who our leaders were. We follow behind y'all, and y'all didn't let us astray. Get it together, black men.
Look, she said, yet they claim black women pick men out their leagues. No, the problem is black men want women out of their leagues.
Yeah.
And they're mad about it. You want a whole bunch of video vixens, and you're trash. There's nothing about a video vixen that wants you. She don't even want to be wife material. Why the fuck you want her to be? She doesn't want to be wife. She's here in these streets living her best life. Why you want her to be?
Okay.
Please.
Like, it's wild to me. And I feel, Jovi, like every time I get up here, we saying the same thing.
I feel like it.
Not listening to us say, black men, we want you to lead you. We want to submit to you. This is what we're doing.
Look.
See? I'm telling you, they say, these women, they
you
don't.
You are delusional.
You're talking about the wrong women.
We sat here
telling you we want you to.
At least the last half an hour telling you, begging you as black men to grow up and lead. We don't want no excuses. Go do what you gotta do. Get your family, get your life, lead. Be the head of your households. I want to see households with men as the head of their fucking households. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of y'all looking like your girlfriend's oldest son. It's sick. If I was a man, I would be sick. I wouldn't be like y'all. I would have a wife and shit. Like y'all. But it's sick. Why is that not embarrassing? You talk about black women won't let you lead. You are a man. But you out here, you're saying black women won't let you lead, but you out here wanting to perform violence on black women for what? Because your savior died? But you don't have enough common sense to get a woman who wants you to lead? To pick a woman who's not a video vixen, who's like, yes, daddy, lead. Okay, baby. But again, you also
you ain't even gotta get a woman to submit because a woman.
That's what I was gonna say. That's what I was about to say. But also, if you was that man, she would have gotten in line already.
She would have been in line. You ain't gotta ask real women to lead. It's the women that y'all keep going after. Then y'all be mad at the good women. Y'all out here talking about how we don't exist. We do. Y'all just ain't checking for all of us. That's the problem. Y'all want us to look a certain way. Okay, I get it. But you don't think we want y'all to look a certain way too? We want y'all to look respectable, talk respectable, etc., etc., etc.
They want you to do what? But they can't afford. Listen, they want to date outside their league. You can't be asking a girl to be looking all great and dandy. You don't invest in her. She got to pay half the bill. You know what? It's like the same thing with white people in work, right? They don't want to pay us as much, but they want us to make sure we look all this great. But we got to put extra money into buying weaves. We got to put money into shit just for being a woman. Being a woman
Wait a
costs
minute, we ain't
money.
gotta buy the weave now.
Well,
Can't say that.
them. I'm saying them.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
we have, being a woman costs money. The maintenance of it
it
costs
does.
money. But y'all want what? For us to take all the L's. Even when they was talking about they stupid ass dates. Oh, cause the girl, cause she gonna take the date. No, like who are these women that just going on a date? I don't need you to go on a date to meet to get a meal.
Yeah, I don't need no man to
Like
go
what
here
the
get a
fuck,
meal.
y'all? The
Cook.
delusion of it
First of
all.
all, I
You
can
think
cook.
women are accepting dates to get a meal? I could go out with my fucking homegirl and get a meal.
Do you know how many
A lot of these women
guys
have way
be
more
saying
money
that?
than you. Let's just deal with that. A lot of these women have way more money than you. I could do better and I have a better time and actually a better meal with my homegirl because we gonna bank out and order all the appetizers, all the meals. It's gonna be all the shit because we got money.
I
What
was
does
just
these
about to say
women,
that.
the
Because
delusion that women have
the
to go on a
reality,
date with you to get a fucking free meal, you are delusional. Half of y'all can't even afford the meals we want to have.
thank you. Because we can afford it and we ain't on state aid trying to afford it. We can afford to eat what we want to eat, but we go out on date with y'all and then we try to not pull your pocket. See, the chicks that are trying to pull your
I
pocket,
don't
you
automatically
them
try
other
to make
girls
you
don't
take
go
me to
after.
Brooklyn Chop House. I go to Brooklyn Chop House with my homegirls. I'm about to go to Brooklyn Chop House with Brown Girl Bella because that's what we do.
Okay?
Cause
We
y'all
already
niggas ain't out
saying
here
this.
can't afford that $300, $400 bill. Cut it out.
And
Cut
y'all
it
guys are sitting
out.
up here saying that, but I'm going to
Over
tell y'all what it
$75
might be.
bill. But over 75, these niggas is delusional.
Listen,
She ain't go because
and
she was.
guys who talk
You're
about
just.
it,
How about you're just a bad date? How about you're awkward ass nigga? How about
hey, oh my
how
God.
how about y'all sat on a date and you didn't say anything? How about you're awkward and she realized it because you're on a date. You don't know how to talk to a woman. You don't know how to
That's right.
freaking
Oh my
communicate. How
goodness.
about that? Instead of
Oh
dealing
my
with
goodness.
who you are, oh, she just came
Yes.
for a meal. Nigga, I
Oh, I
could go
promise
eat.
I was about to say that. Oh my goodness. The amount of men who say that, because I watch them, say stuff or post stuff, and I'm looking like, I know you in real life.
Thank you.
I would not be interested. You know what sounds good in the text messages or whatever like that, but once you get on that date, it's like, oh
You're
wait,
corny.
oh
You
wait.
you don't know how to talk. You don't know how to keep the vibe going. I'm talking
Okay.
and I'm trying to giggle and laugh with you and you are just you.
And y'all be wanting to say, well, that's because the men don't be interested no more. No, no, no. Some of y'all just don't know how to date. Nobody
If you're
trained y'all how to date.
wait, if they're not interested, why are they on this date they didn't want to pay for in the first place? Cut it
Right.
out. It's bullshit. You just don't know how to communicate. Some of y'all don't know. That's why y'all can't meet girls in the bar no more. Y'all all online. Don't know how to approach somebody and say, "Hi, my name is
Okay.
Slim Shady." I don't
Y'all sitting up here want to
know.
pick on us all day. This is our first date, and y'all already want to put your hands in between the legs and
ain't
wait,
say a
hold on, sir.
word, but they staring at your boobies. Don't
Okay.
can't hold a conversation, but they want to f. And if you don't f, you're fucked up because
Right. You don't have sex. You just went on with them on a date for a meal. No, I went because I was interested in you. Got to the date, seen what you were like in person, and changed my mind. And because I wouldn't give you none, now I'm a user. No, the date didn't go right. Okay? Some of y'all don't deserve second dates.
some of y'all don't deserve second dates.
That's why I tell people I talk to people for a good minute before I even say yes to a date. Because I have realized that people talk good and then they want to hurry up and get you on a date, and you get on a date and you be like, ooh.
Ooh,
But if I talk to you for a little while,
I could. A
I can
lot of y'all
figure
just gonna
out if,
fall
if
through the
I'm even trying
cracks.
to deal with you.
Yep, yep. Mm-mm.
Like I have to, okay? And sometimes when guys say, I'm about to go and hang with my friends, blah, 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 yakety snack, I will call in the middle of them talking to their friends. And it's like, hey, baby, what's going on? And, I mentioned to you that I was going to be with my boys. I just wanted to talk to you for a minute. Talk to them for a quick 3 minutes, and you'll hear all of the talkings that they boys are saying in the background, what they do, and then I can judge by saying, yeah, this is most likely what he like. Because these are the friends that he picked. So if they talking about B's and H's and effing on them and all of that other stuff, then I can most likely tell that me and you ain't gonna match up well.
No, we not.
I listen to the background when you with your kids because I want to know how bad your kids are or how good
Mm-hmm.
your kids are.
Mm-hmm.
See, I need to talk to you more. I need to understand where you coming from. I need to witness what you're like. Ladies, when you see some of these men on social media, ain't nothing wrong with social media dating, not in my eyes, because if you're on Facebook, you get to see what they were like
That's
since
true.
way back. You can
That's
see if they
true.
ever progressed. You can see what type of friends they hang with, what type of women they love to follow. If they following a whole bunch of bad bees, then you already know what's up.
There you go.
Okay?
It's
If
the
you looking at them and they
delusion.
holding on to bottles in the club all the time, you know what he wasting his money on.
Yep.
Trying to
Ain't
look
got
like
nothing. Ain't
somebody.
got no these big and grown men, 50 plus. Nothing to fall back on. No social security. Okay?
Mm.
No retirement benefits and packages. Y'all bitches gonna learn when y'all 50 and 60. No social security, no retirement packages. No nothing. No nothing. No nothing. It's the equivalent of crackheads in Brooklyn living in rooms.
Okay.
The only fucking people I
Everyone.
know living in fucking rooms at 50 something are fucking crackheads or reformed crackheads. I say
Mm.
what I say.
Said what she said.
I said what I
Meech Clark
said.
says, then you're not picking the right man, ma'am. If this is your view on men, then you need to take a look in the mirror and figure out what's wrong with you. Meech, we talked about good men
Jesus Christ,
versus
Meech.
bad men. We don't have to actually date them to know that they exist because we see them. We see other women dating them. We see them when we're out on dates and witnessing how they treat the women that they're with on dates. We see what y'all do online. We see what y'all do when y'all control your own images in the movies, in the music. So we know that bad men exist. That's all that is. We don't deal with them personally like that. Some of us might have had a couple of them, but we ain't doing that on a regular basis.
That's
So
your
what we're
life.
talking about in this, if you happen to come in late and don't know what we're talking about in 4D.
Yeah, they just want to make every woman like that so they have options.
Mm,
Because trash wouldn't have options unless you had women who didn't believe, that
didn't
they were
believe in it.
trash. Yep.
So we're not in here just trying to say that all men are bad. We're saying for the ones that are bad, we see you, but we don't want to follow you. What we want are the men that we keep saying to leave them.
Men. We're
And the
not
men
talking
are
about
telling us
y'all.
that we don't want to, but it's not us that don't want you to, it's the women that y'all are choosing. So see, y'all are choosing some of the bad women,
Yep.
and then you blame it on all the women. And we just want y'all to recognize that it's some of us here that want you to do your natural job. Lead your women. Lead your women. Don't worry about the women who do not want you to lead. Okay? Or is it just a truth of what some other people have been saying? Y'all don't want to lead because it's too much responsibility and y'all don't want to do that. Y'all just want to be like kids and play around and have your fun and do your thing and have no accountability and then blame everything on the women.
That's what the white manosphere says about him, ain't it?
That's what they say.
That's what they say about him. I just want to be clear. That's what they say about y'all. That's why they laugh and they look at y'all like a minstrel show. When Kevin
Absolutely.
Samuels in his fucking suit in a low light and all of this shit, and y'all on there, paying to disrespect the women who look like your mothers and your fucking sisters and whatever, and y'all don't have wives, so it's a fucking minstrel show. It's a joke.
It is. And
Like
listen,
you're
we
a
don't like
joke.
the women that blame black men for everything. Let's say that.
We don't.
We don't
And
like
they not
those
over
women.
here. And they not over here, y'all. It's like you're a joke, and you come in here and and your response is again to try to insult someone's physical appearance. And neither one of us is not a beautiful woman. Let's be very clear on that one.
Absolutely.
Without even her being up there, you already know what it is. I know what the fuck I am. You can't.
Yep.
It is what it is. So, but you come in to try to, instead of dealing with the reality and the facts of what is being discussed, Oh, your hair. Oh, you're ugly. Oh, you're this. Oh, you're that. Like children.
Like children.
Just like she said, like children. So when these white people, when these white manospheres is dragging y'all to death, you can't even lead. We
Can't leave. Y'all got all the
begging you
excuses
to
in the
lead,
world. But
begging
here it
them
is.
to
Us
lead.
sisters is saying, we hear y'all, black men, but I tell you what, take the reins and we'll follow. Y'all can't even allow us to say that.
They can't even do it.
Just like the last good man in Jersey saying black women are also choosing bad black men and blaming all black men. The last black man in Jersey, I've seen your comments for the last maybe 20 minutes. So that means you've been here long enough to hear us say, we are not trying to diss
Delusional.
all black men. We just
Delusional.
don't care about those men, just like y'all don't care about those type of women. What
No,
we're
they don't.
telling
They
you
don't care
all,
about no type of women.
we don't get. All we saying is, we want the men who want to actually lead and doing what it takes to be quality leaders. We want you to lead. So you've been here long enough to hear us say that. So why are you even making the comment now saying, "Oh, but black women choose
Because
bad black men"? We don't care
delusional.
about them. We know that. We already said that
They're
while you
not
were
dealing
here.
with the reality of, because they don't want to hear nothing that is being, because they don't, because they can't. Because the
Right.
accountability, again, we
It's
all
come
go
on,
back
y'all.
to the accountability of it all. We go back to a lack of fucking accountability. Even when the white men dragging y'all, they're dragging your accountability.
Yes.
They're not saying, oh, y'all women won't let y'all lead. They saying y'all niggas ain't leading.
So wait,
Y'all.
okay. Wait, so the last black man I just seen, he just dropped the, I was getting ready to drop something in the comments. But he said you aren't representing his, we aren't representing his comments correctly. Before then he said, I'm referring to the chat and not us. So I guess he's talking to somebody in the chat. Then I apologize for that. I thought you were talking to us because I'm like, you've been here. We're talking about this. But see, you didn't add nobody, so I didn't know who you were talking to. I thought it was general. So, but listen, we are going to be saying this. This has been our message, at least for the last 2 years that I've known Jovi. It's been my message forever. But I met Jovi, and Jovi was talking about the same thing. Black men, we want you to lead us. We down for it. We will ride for you. We will back you. We ain't backing these men that ain't doing nothing. We
I
not
don't.
doing that. So y'all trying to get us to back Kevin Samuels, and we ain't doing it
I
because
can't
he ain't
do
the one.
that. I can't do
He
that.
ain't the one.
But I
So
was raised by a black man. I have I have 5 brothers. My man lead, like, I don't understand. Like, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not raised by women, and I'm not, like, I don't, it's like, it's certain men just need to understand, like, it's you. It's you.
yeah, it ain't all of us. It's just you. You're the leaders. You're the leader. See, what a leader does is a leader walks
She
his flow and
said,
do his thing.
Couture said they want vixens with PhDs. Exactly.
Like Kevin Samuels said, he didn't care about them PhDs now. I'm a PhD. I did
They
love
don't.
that
They,
little
yeah, but
snapper when
they
I
don't
heard
really
it.
care about PhD. Oh, the extra poor ones want you to have a PhD so you can take care of them.
Mm. But see, listen, this is all that we are really saying, okay? And if for anybody who's new walking in here that doesn't understand that why we're saying Kevin Samuels wasn't the one is because his message was not saving the black community. No matter how y'all want to slice it. We already been through it. We wind it back. We talked about it. His message was not about building the black community. We don't mind that he said some stuff that was true about what sisters are doing. We got that because we say that. But on the flip end, his message is not about building the black community, protecting black women. That was not his stand. So that's why we can't choose him as our leader. But if y'all get out here and do something that looks like leading, something that another race can't come in and be like, oh, look at how he treating his black women. Look at how he doing the
It's
children. Look at what they
embarrassing.
talking about.
They should be embarrassed for their own selves. Like, you're embarrassing. Like, even the white men want to, like, they don't want, like, your whole is like, I don't understand why you're not embarrassed. Like, they're like, they just, you are not, like, oh. Oh, never mind.
Shout out to everybody in the chat, y'all. I'm looking at some of these comments, and I know we behind, and it's my fault. You know, when I get up here with Jovi, we get to having a dialogue and we get to talking.
We get to
So
talking.
please excuse. I know y'all love that. So, but y'all are killing it in the chat. Shout out to
They are
y'all.
killing in the chat,
Great stuff.
child.
Okay,
Fruit says
great
it's our
stuff. Shout out
fault
to y'all.
because too many of us pacified men for so long. They think we're against
Yeah.
them now that we tell them to pull up their briefs.
Get the britches together.
Get your
Okay, get your britches.
pull your dicks up and like let's man up. Like let's do it. Like
Didn't he tell the chick, put your
so
dick up? Well,
old
pull your peen out, men, and do what it takes to get it done.
do what it takes to get it done. Like
Do
at
what it
what
takes.
age? It's like at what good God age? Just let me die or let me die. I'm dying on. I don't have nothing as a man. Like it's the man. Like every other race of man want to be the man. They want to stand in their maleness
Mm.
to be a man, to be able to provide and take care of.
Mm.
That's sick.
Okay, so listen, I do like this. Shout out to the last good. Okay, the name the last good man. You said Kevin was building the black community, so he disagreed. He said Kevin wanted
I'm not
average
doing this
black
again.
men to accept average black women and stop aiming for high value men that they wouldn't get. And then do you realize what he
Average.
also said in the same
What?
instance?
What?
Wait, in the
I
same
didn't.
instance, he said, black women, that's why you should just stick with your baby daddy. Yeah, out here now, you had women on there that would say, okay, yeah, I'll take a man that's making XYZ. But what would he do every time a sister said, even a sister that made more money, when he convinced her not to get with a high value man and she accepts that, then he says, yeah, but you're this, you're that, and that, and this, and this, and that. That's why you should be with your baby daddy. And that's why you should be doing X, Y, and Z. And this is why you should be giving up
It's
the
the
kitty and all
setup.
this other stuff.
It's the
It didn't
setup.
matter what the
It
thought
don't
was. Even
matter.
black women agreed that they should get with average men. He still had something to say. So that was not his message. That was not his message to say black women
We
accept
spoke
the
about
average
that
black
already.
man.
We spoke
That was
about that
not his
already.
message. Yeah, he just literally was a good. I ain't even gonna say a good.
He's
Um,
a used car salesman.
Because whatever stand any woman stood on when they came in, even the virgin, even the chick that was a virgin that said that she left from where she was to go to another place and she immediately got into a church and she had just got there, but she was, she didn't even come on asking for dating advice or whatever. She wanted to know what was his stand on something, right? So then she sits up and she asking him, but he want to deflect and he want to get into her dating life. And so she's like, well, I'm in it was like the society of people. I forgot what she said, but she was like, and they have a Christian section too. So I go to those meetings as well. So here you have a virgin girl who is a Christian, and he's like, and you think that those professional men that have Christian groups are going to be able to wait on you until you're married to have sex? And it's like, wait. So now you're telling her to what? And he's like, that's why you need to stay in the church. And she's like, well, I'm in the church too. And he just still like,
It's
yeah,
just a
but
whole contradiction
yeah,
to be
how you gonna do that
contrary.
and be out in the world as a church woman? Look, we're all out in the world.
We out in the
Evidently,
world. Where
she
the
has
fuck
not
is she
committed to
supposed to
the world,
be? Where
right?
was she
She's still a
supposed to
24
be?
year old virgin. She doing great. But he didn't like that because she came on and asked a question that he could not answer. He fumbled on that one so hard that I was like, man, he fumbled hard on that one because he could not go against her. He had to figure out something and then still couldn't. But no, not the 40-year-old version. This was a 24-year-old girl. Excuse me, 24-year-old woman. But nonetheless, he couldn't even let her have her stand. So again, this was not about him saying he's trying to build the black community by telling average black men and women to get together, because average black men and women have already been getting together.
There you go.
So that was not a problem in our community. Just because women wanted men
Listen,
that could provide better did not
these men
mean
don't
that
want
they were
to.
not out here with these men. Where you think all these babies come from?
Listen,
Average black women being with average black men. Come on.
listen, Couture Bay just said something about being a baddie with PhDs, and you have a plethora of them, including the Jersey dude, talking about, oh, they don't want women with PhDs. And he's right, completely right, because they don't have PhDs. They don't have anything, they don't have nothing, and it makes them feel inadequate. They need us to say suffering on the low.
Okay. So,
I
like,
don't.
listen, I
I
cannot
don't.
get with
It's
her
just
with
it's the
that.
contrary. Because again, and then they're gonna say, "Oh, I don't have nothing because of it." Like it's just it's the setup of it's slave mentality. It's slave mentality relationship style. I'm fucking over it. I'm over it because again, it's just it's the contrary of it all. It doesn't make no sense. It doesn't even make no sense,
Doesn't.
honestly, that you're even attempting to have a debate because you can't. The same thing to say like you can't rationalize with crazy.
Absolutely.
So even I'm sitting here and I'm just like I get it, and but like who are we who because everybody here who gets it and everybody here who chooses not to get it choose not to get it because they don't want to, and ain't
They don't
nothing you
want to
could
get it.
say or I could say is gonna fix them because they want to be the trash that they are, and they need us to be even, and they need us to be trashier to make them feel better about them not doing, make them feel better
Because
about
they
them
don't want
being
to stand up
worthless.
to do better.
Yes, that's what it is. That's
Now, listen, I want to dispel this myth. He says it is a problem in our community. Almost 70% of women aren't married. No, sir. No, sir. Over 50% of black women are married. So y'all don't know that statistic. They are married. You know why I know? Because they're married to black men. They're married to black men. That's what the statistics say about black men and black women. They are married to each other. The statistics that you're talking about is misleading because what it says is that 70% of, because this is what the stat is, so you know, that 70% you're talking about says that 70% of children in this world that are black in the United States are from single parent homes, right? So
yeah.
that's a
So
statistic.
that
70%
means,
of the children.
child,
So
these
that
people
means,
ain't fucking past math. It's
uh,
not clicking. You gotta
right,
break it down even lower for
you
'em.
got to break it down lower because what it's telling you, because over 50% of black women are married.
There you
So
go.
what it's saying is that the women that these children are coming from could also be having more than one child. So I know that because we've all seen women who have more than one child and she's a single mother,
I
even
gotta go
more
to the
than one baby
bathroom.
daddy.
I gotta go to the
Okay,
bathroom. All right.
okay. So even more than one baby daddy. So that's where the 70% comes from. That doesn't mean that 70% of women are out here unmarried and having babies. That's not the number. Even if it was 70%, that means that the men are trash, right? So we don't even want to say that because that's not what we're going to say. I know the statistics on that. So they keep running around wherever area that you're in talking about 70% of women are unmarried, and that's not a fact. Black demographics tells us something different. And where y'all get that 70% from is from saying that where the statistic says that 70% of black children come from or excuse me, are with single mothers. And again, more than one single mother are having these children. That's where the number is. 70% does not mean that every one, let's just say 100 women, because let me break down the math a little smaller. Let's just say we looked at
Okay, I'm
100
back.
women. Okay. 100 women, and out of these 100 women, there are 70 kids. That didn't mean that 70 kids came from 70 of the women in this 100 barrel. That just means there's 70 kids.
Yes.
Now, who do these kids belong to is the question.
Some women have no kids. Some women have multiple kids.
Okay? Some women have kids and they're married.
Yep.
Some women have kids and they're cohabitating. but the number of women that have children is higher in married families. But we don't talk about those numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all allow some of these men to come in and give you these stats. And it shows that y'all don't even know how to read them for yourself. So that's a problem. Because y'all use this to try and weaponize it against us when we can look at the same stat and read all of the subtitles with it. We're reading what the left bar says, the top bar says, and we're like, oh, that's not for real. That's not read right. Just like they were saying 80% of black men are not having children. So that means only a 20% of the men are creating all these babies. Well, that's not true.
That's not true.
Because the problem is they took the men who don't have kids and the men who are married and added the percentage and came up with this 80%. That is not true. That's not how math works.
Yeah, these motherfuckers don't know math, though.
Y'all gotta do better with this math. And if not, just don't go around in other spaces dropping these percentages that you're uncertain of.
Because
That's not the true value. Yeah, it's just crazy.
They already have y'all looking crazy. And y'all
black
sound
women are not
stupid.
mothers in the United States.
Malik says they want women on Section 8 and food stamps so their minimum wage job make them feel kingly. And I did see this. I saw this yesterday and I thought this was rather interesting. That average as best girl, she's on her own network and KS is sitting up in the damn morgue. She about to be on the whole show. They about to find her whole man.
Wow.
And he's sitting up in the morgue, still in the morgue a week later. Like, what did I say?
A week later. It's been over 10 days by now, ain't it?
You right about that. You right about
it's over
that.
10 days.
You right about that. But we got to get out of here, girl. I'm starving. This is 2.5 hours. I don't know why I do this shit to myself.
I know, right? But when we get up here, it's interesting. Okay,
It always is.
Always interesting. And shout out to the chat, y'all. Listen, again, make sure you like this video. Subscribe if you like the vibe. If it's your first time here and you hanging out with us, shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. We appreciate it. Feel free to sign up for Jovi's VIP membership. You can hit the join button or you can go to youtube.com/Jovi Beauty/join and you can do that. Okay. So what else? You can follow her on all social media platforms, Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook. You can donate to her channel by hitting that super chat. Or you can send her a cash app at $Jovi Beauty. You see the name on the screen, so you ain't even got to misspell it. It's right there for you. You can also do it at the PayPal link. You can do it at Venmo, okay? You can go to her website, jovibeauty.com. She is working on courses. She has a book called How... Now, tell them your book, Jovi. I don't want to misword it, right?
How to know if a man is using you. Because some of y'all need to learn that.
There's an ebook for you right there on her website. She also has merch. Y'all get the merch. Support a sister that does not think that all black men are trash. Okay? For the men, go ahead and buy your girl one of her t-shirts. All right? Now, anyway, shout out to y'all. This has been Jada LaRue. And I'll see y'all soon. Love on y'all. I appreciate y'all today. Thanks for rocking with us all this time.
Later, Jada.
You.
Okay, guys, thank y'all so much. Jada gave y'all the rundowns. I don't even need to really give y'all any more rundown. I had to take myself off of camera because my eyes started bothering me and I had to go put my contacts in. I had to take my contacts out. All right. So, nonetheless, I hope y'all got a lesson today. Right? That's what we try to do. Give out at least one lesson, child. So I hope the majority of y'all who weren't in here trolling and shit got a lesson, a word. All right? Please don't forget to like this video. Share it on your Facebook. We're trying to grow our Facebook. Please, y'all, share us on your Facebook. Facebook.com/Jovi Beauty. Share us over there. Go like the page. Whatever's clever. Trying to get monetized on Facebook, y'all. It's a whole thing over there. And yeah, I'm done. And as always, I hope you live your life like it's golden, because there's no other way to live it. Have a good one.